Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday. You know what time it is? It's SlideJawb Racing time. And this Season 4 Cup is brought to you by the Colonial Riders. Let's go racing.
Welcome, race fans, here tonight as we're getting ready to the last race before the playoffs start here with SlideJawb Racing League at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where should be a fun race to watch out here, as these guys are going to be battling for some playoffs. But as always, I got good old Zach Hall and Brian Johnson up here in the booth with me. How you guys doing tonight?
Hello, doing pretty good.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? We got an exciting race one for us, for sure.
Oh, most definitely, man. We head to Indy. We know how the dirty air is here. It's a tough track, I tell you that much, trying to get around here. I know also looking at the point standings, and this is going to be the big topic as this is the last race for the points. Looking at the cutoff line, I was just reading. Were you reading about that, Brian? I guess they're moving. It's not official yet?
Yeah, so essentially, officially, we are going to be racing for 12th place. However, there is a rumor that there are a couple drivers who are above the cut line as of right now who will not be able to be making the races for the playoffs. So their spots could be given to other people. So unofficially, we're running for 14th, but officially, we're running for 12th. So it's kind of a muddy situation. Yeah.
Okay.
But however, so far right now, we don't have William Martin registered for this race, and he's only 2 above the cut line. So if he does not show up, his position is, he forfeits that one. So already Derek moves up into
The 12th.
Above the cut line. So it's going to be interesting. So, we're kind of racing for 13th right now, I think. So you're going to have Noah, Hunter, and Jade right there, all in the mix. And possibly even Paul Turner if he's here, which I don't think he is.
Yeah, it looks like we don't have Hunter either. Hunter Miller there. So it looks like Noah and Jade. It may come down between them two, but at the moment, like we said, looks like Derek Newsom will most likely move up at the start of this race anyways because William Martin is not here. That'll put Derek on the cut line, so Noah and Jade will have to make up, 18 points and I believe 21, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's also not forget about Keith Calhoun.
Yeah.
So that would be another driver. He's in 8th position right now, so he would get knocked out, which would move somebody else up, which, wow, okay.
Yeah. And technically, because Keith Calhoun's not here tonight, he's only 18 above the cut line to Derek. So that's, now does Noah and, Noah and Jade, they're another 20 there. So I don't know if Noah and Jade can make up that kind of ground. It'll be interesting to see if Keith can come back due to his I don't know how to explain it.
Little Debbie cake addiction.
Yeah, there you go.
I was going to be my next thing I was going to go into, but you beat me to it, Zach.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting because we got if say Keith does give up his spot, as this is a rumor, the battle between Noah and Jade, that's only 3 points right there. So we need to watch. So we do, even though they're not. This is nothing official yet. We do need to monitor the 8 of Noah and the I believe the 14 of Jade. So it's going to be interesting between them two. But we also got to watch out for Derek Newsom. He needs to have a clean race too,
right?
Because he is the man that gets pushed up. But if he has a bad enough race, it can be maybe him looking on the outside here at the end of this. So, and it looks like we do have Paul Turner, Brian.
Yeah, Paul Turner just showed up, so that's made things even more complicated.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And
he is quite a bit back.
Yeah,
but he's
gonna have a very good night if he wants to.
He's got a shot.
Yep, that's for sure.
Well, racing here at Indy, I go back to it, and we're going to stress this tonight to everybody out there. The dirty air. I mean, this track is extreme dirty air. I know you two raced it a little bit. What's the best shot to do to try to stay out of that dirty air? Of course, not get behind somebody, but work that dirty air.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Robert, on the first 1 to 2 laps, really, this is good information we've gotten for some of the drivers out there. They're saying they can hold it wide open 1 to 2 laps, and then after that, the tires are going to fall off a ton, and that's going to be where the dirty air really comes into effect when you start sliding the front tires on the entry and just really not getting the turn you want through the center as you're losing the air from the front car. So really, I think the key tonight is get the positions while you can on those first 2 green flag laps on a run, and then there you're going to have to battle if you are behind another car and just try to do your best to, like I say, stay even with them through the corners and then use the draft down the straightaways to your advantage to draft up to them. It's a tough thing to do, but it can be done. Brian Johnson, I'm sure, has some good information as this man was pretty fast at Indy here last time.
Yeah.
Essentially the trick is that if you can hold off a guy for 5 laps, then you're almost guaranteed to hold that position as long as you don't make a mistake. For the first couple laps you can hold it wide open, but then the next 2 to 3 to 4 laps, the guy behind you, the dirty air that gets in the corner is not going to be as bad as the draft he gets on the straight. I didn't really word that quite right, but the draft he gets on the straight balances out the dirty air in the corner so he can hold with you a little bit. The passing is still pretty tough. But going to tire wear, the front 2 tires wear evenly. So the left front and the right front wear evenly at this track. So 2 tires is kind of out of the question again. But the first 5 laps, there's a huge amount of drop off on the tires in time. But after that, the drop off slowly kind of starts to taper off. So we'll see that too. But really, your 2 points of attack for getting positions is going to be the first 5 laps of a run and the last 5 laps of a run. If you can keep the tires under you and have some better tires than the guys in front of you. But yeah, when it comes to dirty air, the best way to go about it is just try to keep half of your nose in some clean air, whether that means going up half a lane or down half a lane from where the guy in front of you is running, which going down half a lane can be kind of tough since the line to run in the corners here is below the white line right on that curb. So it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a difficult night for these guys.
And also to point out there, it's really easy to overdrive the corner when you're behind the car because you're getting that draft down the straightaways. You're going so much faster behind another car that you enter the corner so fast, and then you have no aerodynamic grip on your nose. It equals bad things. So really got to underdrive it when you're behind someone. And like Brian says, try to keep your nose a little bit lower if you can, and maybe even a little bit higher. It's going to be a battle for air and getting track positions. But if you're patient enough and you don't overstep the car, you can make passes. So we'll have to see who can work through the traffic the best tonight, because I'm sure some guys will struggle, and some guys, you never know, will make it look like cake.
But yeah, and the good thing is if you get underneath a guy going into 1 or going into 3, chances are you're going to clear him coming out of 2 or 4, because the bottom line does have so much more grip than the outside line. So all you got to do is just get a nose under there, and you got a pretty good shot at passing him, unless he's a really good defending driver of his position.
Yeah. All right. Well, good information there, Zach and Brian. I got my notes down now. I just made a dictionary of everything you said. So I'll have to try to apply all that eventually out there on the track. But all right, well, this is we got about 14 minutes to go here. So this is going to be the time I want to quick run through the sponsorships real quick. And as for SlideJawb Racing League here, they like to say thank you to Colonial Riders for sponsoring their Cup Series here this season. You can check them out on the YouTube side. The link to the description is below, and it's also below on should be on Facebook if it didn't disappear. I know Facebook sometimes likes making links disappear for some reason. But if it's not there, I'll get it on there. Also, for Freaky Fast, I'd like to say thank you to iPitting for coming aboard with us. Make sure you go check out iPitting.com for iRacing needs of standings. You can use their Twitch platform. It logs all your data, team data. It's got multiple things. It's made for iRacing and iRacers. So please make sure you go over and check that out if you haven't already. It's an awesome program. And not least, I like to say thank you to Dirty Air Podcast. Make sure you check them out this week, Wednesday night, 9:00, as they changed their schedule around, and they're going to be live on Wednesdays at 9 on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play. You can check them out if you're free. That'd be awesome. Make sure you give them a share and a like and a follow over there. But they do one well of a job to talk about auto racing of any kind, and hopefully, eventually, hint, they'll throw some drag racing talk in there. We'll see, but because that's a Brian side, and I'd actually like to hear some drag racing talk. We're talking about motorsports, but these guys got anything else you want to add there onto your podcast here, guys?
Pretty much just come check us out this Wednesday night at 9. We do have a special guest on this week, so it'll be a pretty good podcast learning about our special guests, and got some awesome stuff coming down the pipeline for Dirty Air Podcast. So. Please check us out there. So, yeah. Yep. Thank you, everybody.
It's funny that you mentioned drag race. I'm actually going to C-Max Dragway this weekend.
Oh, man.
To the races. So, yeah, hopefully I'll gather some info and we'll have a little bit on Wednesday night next week about that.
Awesome. Yeah, I would like to hear a little bit about drag racing. I follow it over here. About 10, 15 minutes away from Maple Grove Raceway, where they have the September Keystone Nationals. So I tried to go there. Haven't been there in a couple years, but I've been there once or twice and watched them go. And I'm telling you, anybody that hasn't been at a drag strip, that is a rush. Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, and you haven't seen drag racing until they bring out those 14,000 horsepower monsters out there and it shakes the air inside your lungs.
Oh man, I'm telling you,
you've never been to a drag race since you until you see that and experience that. And the other great thing about drag racing is that your ticket is not only for up in the stands, but it also gets you into the pits too. It's not like NASCAR where you have to pay pretty much another ticket to go into the pits in the garage, but the NHRA does a great job of including the fans to everything, and so you can get up right next to the guys working on the car after they do a run. So it's a cool experience.
Smell that raw fuel.
The nitromethane is something.
I know we're getting off of NASCAR here, but I'm telling you, okay, yeah. So I can't wait to hear. But all right, guys. Well, that's about it for about the sponsors here tonight, and a little bit about drag racing and NASCAR. But they got 9 minutes to go here as they're in the drivers' meeting, and we're looking at. It's kind of pretty awesome to hear, guys. Derek Newsom is sitting on the pole. So that's a good start for the points.
Yeah, he's got a 49.685 for the pole. Next quickest driver is going to be Dylan Parker with 49.713. So a good bit of distance there. Only driver to get into the 49.6 area. But everybody behind him, I mean, it's pretty close up there in the top 5.
Definitely is. And look, Jay Bill also there, needing a good points tonight in that 14. He's starting 4th. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see also if we can get a new winner here tonight. You got Dylan Parker with 3. You got Davey Hendricks with 3. Can Piscata get on the in the lead tonight and get the win? Can Newsom get him a win?
Yeah,
that would be a way to knock his way into the playoffs. We've already seen Jay get a win this season.
Yeah.
Do we have Bryson? I don't think we have Bryson tonight. So yeah. So we might be able to see us a new winner.
Yeah, he's already locked in, so he doesn't have to really worry about it. But we got 8 minutes to go here. Everybody out there watching, we do appreciate you watching here at Freaky Fast with SlideJawb Racing League. Make sure you let me know how my audio sounds. If it's too loud, I'm still trying to get it adjusted. My volume goes up and down for some reason. Can't figure it out, but we'll get it fixed. But I wonder if we can get Derek Newsom down here, Zach, and have a talk with him about sitting on the pole and being on that cutoff line.
Yeah, I think we can. Are they out of their driver's meeting yet? Do you know that?
They got about another 3 minutes. Normally
okay, so you want to wait till that, I guess.
Yeah, about 5 minutes to go. Normally they're done. So
then we can pull him down here and you can ask him, how's he feel? So,
yeah.
It's a pressure-filled race here, so let's see what Derek has to say there.
Yeah, I mean, although he's got a lot of pressure taken off of him by qualifying on the pole. I mean, he gets first dibs on that clean air here at Indy, which is so precious.
All right. Yep. All right. Well, it sounds like we're trying to run out of things to talk about here. But I know we brought up the little funny thing here about it, but the reason why I have to throw it out there, Keith is not here tonight, is because he relapsed on his ho-hos.
Oh, no.
And he has, he's got a problem. He seriously's got a problem. He's got to stop eating them ho-hos and Twinkies and, licking the cream out of the center.
Well, his team is going to. I think his team is going to have a special pain scheme just for him as he recovers in rehab or wherever they send him.
Well, at least they're supporting him. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, and also before I forget though, too, I was told as tonight, which is next week, we should get it set up. We're gonna have a special guest in the booth before the race. Matthew
Awesome.
Chastain has an Xbox Racing League, and his sponsor actually would like to come in and talk about his league. And it was approved by the league drivers admins here that he's more welcome to come on. So we're working on getting that all set up for next week, so we'll be able to
Oh,
talk to
awesome.
him. Yeah, so that was in the works here tonight. So make sure you tune in next week for the special paint schemes, also the special guests that we're gonna have, and also next week is at ISM, and it's their All-Star race. So I'm not sure how the floor mat goes on that, but we'll ask and they'll let us know here how that all goes. And then after that, I believe we go to Talladega for the first race of the playoffs. So it's getting down to the end here. So, but all right, well, we got about 5 minutes to go here. We should be okay if we can grab Derek here, Zach, and have a quick word in with the guy.
All right. All right. Well, I'll pull him down here to our waiting room. That way he can be like, "Where am I at?"
And he'll be like,
And
"Whoa,
then
hey,
we'll
I'm in a new room." We need to put music in there so they can like elevator music.
That would be perfect.
Jeopardy.
All right. Well, this is Derek Newsom here on our pulsar.
All right. Derek, Robert up here in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
10-4, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Congratulations on your poll here tonight. But I brought you up here to talk to you as you are right on that cutoff line. You're also sitting on the pole. What's your game plan here tonight? I know your game plan is normally stay out front, but if you fall in the back of the pack or in the middle of the field, what are you going to do with all this dirty air?
Well, big thing with tonight's race is going to be managing that dirty air. But the bigger thing is your tires. If you can take care of your tires for just a few more laps, you'll be able to get around those guys a lot faster than you'll have to deal with the dirty air. And these cars, these 550 horsepower cars with this lot of downforce, they're pretty difficult to drive here after a few laps, which seems contradictory to how they're set up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you manage your car right, it's not a huge problem.
Yeah, I have to agree. That's what we were talking about in the pre-race here. Whatever race. I just had a brain fart. Sorry, dude. But that's what Brian and Zach were talking about the tire wear and dirty air and how to get around. So you basically said the same thing they said. So, well, man, it's good to see you out there on the track, and hopefully you keep that. What paint scheme you running here tonight in that number 7? Another space car, I think it's.
We're on the number 7 BPS.Space Blackout Toyota.
There you go. Space black. I knew it was something with space. I just remember seeing it with space all the time. But all right, man. Well, 3 minutes to go here. We wish you the best, and maybe hopefully you can win the stage too. That'll help you in points too. What are you gonna do there if you're running 11th place, man? You're gonna be, every point, every position matters.
Well, the big thing for me tonight is actually we have 2 drivers ahead of me in points who are stepping down. So I'm actually I'm exactly 20 points to the good right now.
Right.
So for me, right now, where I'm sitting, I just need to finish the race and I can get into the playoffs. But the more points I can get, the better I can set myself up going into the playoffs, get me some momentum going, and find what we've been missing this season, And this past Saturday, I got my first win of the season at the K&N Pro Series at Daytona.
Congratulations.
So really looking forward to bringing this car around and maybe getting a victory lane.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. Like you explained it, you're up 20 to the good, and then you got Nora, Hunter, and Jade right there. So if anything, hopefully, God, and nothing bad happens out there, man. But yeah, it's going to be nerve-wracking, man. But all right. Well, I'm going to let you go here as we got 2 minutes to go. Is there anybody you want to give a shout-out to before I let you go and get this race rocking and rolling, bud?
I just want to say thanks to BPS.Space for coming on the car, and shout out to my mom and dad watching downstairs. Thanks, guys. Y'all are awesome.
There you go. Mom and dad watching. That's awesome. Tell them to throw a hi in there on the chat. I don't know if they have or not. I'm not sure what their names are on the chat.
Well, they're on the TV, so that'd be impressive.
So they're watching it on the TV. Oh, hey, wow, we're good. Well, hopefully the quality's good and it sounds okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, man, and we'll let you go here, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you very much. Hope to see you at the end of the race.
You too, bud.
All right, you heard it here. That was Derek Newsom, our pole sitter, starting at number 7 machine. That'll, like I said, he's looking pretty good on the cut right now. If we got word that there's 2 drivers that may be stepping down, and William Martin's, of course, not here tonight, so that definitely does push Derek Newsom right up there, at least 18 points above. So
right,
he's looking good now.
Right. Well, he's got to have a clean race. Anything that happens out there can hurt him big time, and everything that he ran for all season. Because if I remember correctly, he was suspended for 1 race too. So that's the reason why he got bumped down there too. And he fought back race after race to get to this point.
Definitely did. That's a tough thing to do. Have to miss a race and make up the points. So he's did a good job to get where he's at. He's on the pole, and that's definitely the first part of it right there. And we got a stage at 35.
Mm-hmm.
Can get him some points there and really lock this thing down and feel comfortable about it.
Yep, stage 35. So that's going to be interesting to see who wins that stage, because they do it here like real NASCAR. Every point matters from first all the way back to 10th, and they get the points added up. And so, if he can get up in there, at least, in the top 10, I mean, even if you finish 10th in the stage, that's 1 point, right? I mean, points are points. But all right.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Sorry, Brian.
Oh no, I was just gonna bring up this fuel thing. 75% fuel. We got a stage at lap 35. That's gonna be pretty close to making it.
I don't believe they'll be able to make it 35 laps.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think that's a little bit too low. But as they're gridding up here, I reckon I can run through the grid real quick right here. We got Derek Newsom on the pole tonight. Talked to him just a little bit ago. We got Dylan Parker to his outside in 2nd, Matthew Piscata in 3rd, Jade Bell in 4th, Darren Cole 5th, Joseph Madigan in 6th, Davey Hendricks 7th, Nick Acquier in 8th, Corey Cook in 9th, and Emmanuel Wolf to round out this top 10 of the starting grid. And one guy I'm going to be looking at to get up through this field is the 95 of Frank DiMaggio. He was pretty quick last week at the Glen, and he did not qualify, so he's going to be starting 16th. I think it'll be pretty fun to watch him navigate this field.
Yeah, he was fast last week, and he did a oopsie and lost the race. And what would that be? Turn 11 there at Watkins Glen, and went through the grass, and unfortunately could not recover back for it. But he did get a 3rd place finish out of the whole deal. But that's got to be frustrating knowing that the win's right there at your fingertips, and he had to do one more lap, and unfortunately it didn't all work out the way he wanted it to.
Yeah, unfortunately it did not, but like I say, looked good last week, and he's starting 16th tonight. See if you can carry over that pace from the road course to here. And also got some people like Noah back here in the eight machine. He's right there on the cut line. They're in 11th. Big night for him. You see a few guys that he needs to keep the points gap to ahead of him. So let's see how Noah responds to the pressure of tonight's race.
Yep, Bruce. We'll have to see how this all plays out as they're getting ready to go 80 laps here. So it is a long race for these guys here. But 75%, you were talking here, Brian, as these guys are pacing around to get ready to go green. How far can they go 75% on lap times on fuel, you thinking? What are you thinking here on this 2-mile track?
I'm thinking upper 20s.
20s.
Be my guess, because there is a lot of throttle time on this track. It's 2 long straights. And pretty much turns 2 and turn 4 for a good portion of that corner, you're on the throttle as well. So lots of throttle time, lots of fuel to be burnt. So I'm thinking about upper 20, so they will have to make a pit stop before the stage.
Do you think here? I know it's been a couple weeks since we've been here in the other league, Dirty Air, but using the draft, you think you can save about a lap or two if you can navigate that draft okay?
Yeah, if you have somebody to draft onto and say if you shut the car off going into turns 1 and turns 3, you can save a good bit of fuel like that. I think I had to save a little bit of fuel, and I ended up saving about a lap and a half, but I didn't hardcore save. If you hardcore save, you could probably save about 5 laps, 6 laps for the whole run, but here we go.
All right, well, pace car's in, and we're going to get ready to get freaky crazy here tonight. Green's out for 80 laps here with SlideJawb Racing League at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Well, and you already see the big move there from the 20 of Joseph right to the bottom. Oh, we have Davey Hendricks. Oh no, Davey Hendricks. Multiple drivers.
Oh,
15 Emmanuel.
That's an immediate caution.
Wow. Was that the 38?
Yeah, it looks like he got some help there from the 61 of Corey Cook.
Oh, there were all sorts of stacked back here.
Yeah, the bottom line stacked up there super hard. And mostly there, the 10 checked up really hard, and the 38 was right down the bumper. 38 checked up, and 61 just couldn't get checked up in time. It's going to give him a little bit of damage. It's going to hurt the 17 of Brian Dees, Corey Cook, Emmanuel Wolf. Davey did a good job of missing everything pretty much. The 21 of Ed Burrell, I think. Or no, not 21, I believe. That's 24 there of Gavin Martin, sorry. He got a little bit of damage on the inside wall. But really, a lot of these guys missed it pretty well. And then Noah, one of our playoff contenders, he was right in the middle of it and did a good job of not getting really anything.
Wow. All right. Well, we're under caution, and this is running caution here at Indy is a long ride around this track under yellow. So, wow. Well, thank God that 8 made it through there, as that would have hurted him. Jay Bell, where's he at?
He's up in 5th position.
Oh, there
So he was ahead of that mess, I believe.
Okay. All right. Well, these guys should have a quick fix, I would imagine. Oh, we have...
Yeah, they do have one fast fix, so unfortunately some of those guys are going to have to take it here on lap 2, but at least they have it.
Well, it looks like Mike in the 64 had to come down. Mr. Hendrick, he had to call for a tow truck. Guess his motor popped. Now he's sitting in pit road waiting for the tow to happen here in Iracing, and then get that car fixed and get back out there and try to get some points, I would assume. And he's running a whole different paint scheme.
Wow, I cannot believe his engine expired.
Yeah, these things, I don't know what it is about these A cars lately. But,
I mean,
the engines tend to pop pretty quick.
It's like even is that Chastain up there? Yeah, Chastain getting a good little bit on the nose. But I mean, even looking back at Davey Hendricks there,
Man, it wasn't bad damage.
that is mind blowing. That did the engine in there. He just got hit really on the right side of the door.
Yeah, I was going to say, it didn't look like he got hit in the front from the replay. Unless he bumped into somebody.
The more this build goes on, the more and more I hear about these A-car engines just blowing up. Kind of unexpectedly. I don't know if there's some bad data or what the deal is, but they definitely aren't as hardy as they used to be.
I don't know if he put it in the wrong gear or what, but it's unexplained for me. I can't expect that damage to have done it, but if it did, that's unfortunate for him there. I was riding along with him. It did sound like he had it in some pretty high revs there, but it didn't sound like he put it in that situation. It was more like the car just died on him. I don't know. That's a tough call there, but yeah, points leader, they're having a tough start to this race.
Well, he is
unfortunately
locked in, so
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, he's locked in.
But you want to carry that momentum. You don't want to, it's always good to carry momentum into the playoffs. I never had a bad race before the start of it, so we'll just have to see. I'm sure he can. He'll be able to get it back on. Hopefully, this toe here won't hold him this lap down. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think,
here.
Yeah, getting a tow from the backstretch at this track ought to be like a 2.5 minute tow, which is about the time it takes to do a whole pace lap. So
Yeah, it's gonna be close here. I think he's gonna go a lap down. Yeah, he's definitely gonna go a lap here down.
well,
But he does have a stage. He does have a stage. He needs to focus on that. Do his best during the pit stop sequence and try to be the first car a lap down. Get that lucky dog.
well, maybe the reason
No,
why
they're
his
just-
motor blew was he was had the motor in the back of the trunk, trying something new for the playoffs.
doing the elusive rear engine stock car.
Oh, that'll be a first for me. That'd be an interesting race car. I don't think it would turn very good. I think we'd have some front issues with the turn, but you never know. You never know.
Well, yeah, probably
Wouldn't have any wheel spin.
no.
That's for sure. It'd be good. It might be pretty good at short tracks. You never know.
Well, you can exit the corners really good by getting back on the gas with all that weight back there. Like Brian said, there won't be no wheel spin, so you pick up the front end and do a wheelie coming out of turns. That'd be cool.
It looks like Davey did get back out here on the track now. He's just got to the back of the line. So yeah, here we are, single file or double file back up. Looks like Dylan Parker there. I think he's supposed to be starting on the bottom. Maybe not though. It looks like the 20 is gonna start down the bottom. So
Yeah, it looked like the 20 was trying to let him
let
down
him in.
there. But even in the, I don't know, maybe they're backwards or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes.
Either way, we're going.
All right, everybody, we're going to get ready to set these guys sail again here as we just had our first caution here tonight at Indy, and
Green flag.
green's
out.
out.
There
Very
we go,
so fair.
Yep.
The only thing that he's gonna go for a huge draft. These guys coming down the back straight away.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But if you can hold that off and you can keep these guys behind you, like said in the pre-race, for 5 laps, you can hold them off for 5 laps. He'll be able to keep that lead for a good bit.
Yeah, definitely. And see Dylan Parker fighting on the outside of Joseph in the 20. There you go, Matthew getting the big draft on the back straightaway. Does he look out? He does. To the bottom he goes in the 5. Matthew Bashada.
He's just gonna let him go here. It's probably a smart move seeing that 3 come up. He's like, well, I'll give the 5 the lead so I can hold second place for the 3. He could have lost 2 positions there, so he's gonna get a draft, go back to the outside,
Yeah.
see what he can do down here in turn 1. Turn 1 has a little bit more grip than turn 3 does, just because of the way the sun beats on it throughout
I
the
see
year.
that bottom just being so good. Oh, we got Reckon in the back. Oh, that looks like it's Corey Cook and Matthew Chastain.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh,
still.
wow. And
Just knocked down the wall. Oh, and Chastain wrecked by himself too. Looks like
Those
both are
cars.
into the wall and the outside wall. Identical wreck between the two.
synchronized
Wow.
swimming.
It was identical, guys, and they even hit each other when they tried to get going again.
Well, I wonder if these guys are, well, track temperature is 95 degrees out there, so they got to be playing with a loose car.
No, I doubt that if
You don't think?
if this car gets loose, it's only because it's a push loose, and that's going to happen later in the run when the tires are worn off. But I don't think they're going to be battling loose. I think they're going to be battling loose here tonight. I think it's really going to be a tight deal.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there, Brian, but Jay Bell just went for one whale of a ride. The 20 almost got up into him, and and then got up into him and put Jay Bell up into the wall.
You've noticed these three guys right here, the 10, 20, and the 8, been racing a little bit. 20, ooh. Got to scrub a little speed to stay off the wall there. That's as with most of these tracks, the corners to look at are going to be turns 2 and 4.
And look at Noah up to 5th. He needs the points. So he's up to that 5th position there. 20's going to look to the inside to think better of it.
You see 20's running a different line than that 8, like this guy said. Try to stay out of the dirty areas best that you can.
Manuel Wolf looking to do something here.
Yeah, that 20's hurting. He's got some right side damage on that thing, and oh, sorry, 15 blinked out there for a minute, but what I'm saying is that 20's struggling with that damage.
The 38 there, Davey Hendricks lap down. He's passing the 55 of Nick here. So he's passing 8th place there, and Nick's got William and the 18 behind him. We got the battle of Ed Burrell and Gavin Martin. 15 smacked the wall coming out of 1. He's able to keep it straight. That was one heck of a save by him right there. Gonna lose a bunch of ground, but not as much as he would have if he didn't save that car. So good on him.
What happened, Davey? What happened to the M&Ms, man?
He got skills.
Oh, you're seeing skills. I'm seeing a different vehicle.
I always see skills, though. That's why.
Yeah.
No, he gets into the walls. We're talking about him.
Wow, that's what I was trying to get some skills.
Yeah, that's some pretty significant right side damage right there. That's only going to make the car tighter.
Yeah, and to allude to what Brian was saying, yeah, these guys are just going to be fighting tight. You can already see it from Davey there. Just so tight. Can't
almost hit that at 1.
Yeah, really the only thing you can do there is you see the line he's running. Gotta get the left side below that white line.
There's so much grip.
It's literally like a different grip level down there. So you're gonna you're gonna want to be out of the air, but you're still gonna want to have the tires slower. And you see the guys ahead of him. Emmanuel Wolf there, he's putting the pressure on the 20. He's putting his left side right on the line. That's where you want to be. That's where you get the most grip. You don't want to hit the curb though.
That's it.
That's when you're going to be battling loose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'll upset the car immediately. It is very tough. Ooh, and up front even. Look at the pressure Dylan Parker's putting on teammate Matthew Descata.
Yeah, he's holding pace with him right now. Let's see, last time by, he ran a 51.54. Leader right there ran a 51.64. So 10th quicker, as we got a caution.
Yeah, we got a caution.
Looks like it was.
Looks like Emmanuel Wolf.
15.
Oh wow! As soon as I said something about the leaders, yeah, look, got the curb, and that pushed the car up. Yeah, he probably had.
Yeah, he was almost on the grass, and just shot him up the track.
Ooh.
Oh, he almost saved it too. Almost kept her straight.
Wow, look at everybody. The 17, the 38, Davey, and the 17 of Brian. Wow, they just missed that.
Yeah, everybody did a great job missing him right there. He was in kind of a bad spot, being sideways in the middle of 1 and 2. But
wow, gotta give a shout to Matthew Chastain. If you can see him, Robert. He is 45 seconds in front of the leader there. So in jeopardy of going a lap down a few more laps later with no front end here, he stayed out instead of taking that pit stop, and that would have definitely put him a lap down.
Oh.
So he stays on the lead lap, and he's going to be able to keep his stay on the same lap as the leaders, get him a fast fix in here. And
that was a really gutsy call to stay out, but it worked out.
Yeah, it did. Wow. Davey Hendricks is also going to like that, too, because he's going to be the first car lap down. So he's going to get back on the lead lap here with the Lucky Dog.
Yep, Lucky Dog, Corey Cook, unfortunately, is going to stay a lap down unless he gets a wave around. Mike Berry is 2 laps down.
Well, he just pitted. He's 5 laps.
Yeah.
So,
Corey Cook
I mean, I would stay out. I mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah, and try to, and it's going to be tough to make it still on fuel. It's going to be interesting from here. I know these guys probably can make it, maybe.
It would be close.
It's going to be close. You're going to see all these guys come down, of course, and get tires. Tires are going to be your biggest friend here. And this race off pit road could be very, very crucial here to see who leads this race.
All right, well, they're all coming down pit road. The whole field.
Biggest thing here is going to be Matthew's going to definitely want to stay in front of that 3, because if that 3 could follow that close at that point of the run, you don't want to see that 3 out front, because it's just going to make, it's going to be even tougher to get by him due to him being able to follow so close. It looks like he is going to get out there before, and even Darren Cole.
Wow. What a pit stop by the 10.
Yeah, and look at Noah, too. Up to the 4th position. He's ahead of all his playoff contender guys. So, even Jay Bell, Jay Bell's back here in 14th. He's definitely getting some damage repair on that right front of that 14. So, we're going to see right fronts showing no love today with the wall, because there's going to be a few guys with some crinkled up right front fenders.
Somebody just showed that cone no love, too, because it went flying out in the middle of the track. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, again, thank you everybody for tuning in out there tonight. Hopefully my audio sounds okay. Everything's looking okay. I see we have Eric on Facebook. He's saying Longshot Motorsports is going to win. Now, the question is do you think they can win? How many drivers do they got out there?
Well, Longshot's got Davey, Paul, Darren, and Jade. Right now, Darren's looking the best. Davey's going to come back from hitting the wall and be, getting that blown engine. We also got Paul, who's still in the lead lap there. He's in 13th, so he's going to have a little ways to come back on track position. Looks like a few guys coming in the top off, too. Looks like Paul will come down. So will Davey. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting call here. See how this plays out for these guys.
According to my math right here, they'll be able to go 24 and a half laps on one thing. So 24 laps. So they should be good to the end of the stage right here.
Yeah, so they should be
But
good.
just
yeah.
a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if somebody can push it 26 laps.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible.
Well, you said they can save about 5 laps if you do it right, so... I know...
Yeah, what's the... sorry, Robert. I didn't cut you off there.
No, go ahead. I was just going to bring up my quick about trying to save laps, save gas at Indy and losing the race coming out of 4.
Yeah, that's so it's a tough track to even save fuel, and really just the long straights. The draft does help, but just being 2.5 miles, making up multiple laps of fuel mileage is very tough. But once these guys get the stage, we'll have 40 to go. Once they go green from that stage, after lap 35, 40 laps to go from there. They're looking at probably doing 20 and doing 2 20-lap stints there. So one pit stop with 20 to go.
Right. Well, I'm sure we're going to have some people gambling, but we also can't forget about the green, white, checkered. So instead of going 20 and 20, it might be better to go 24 and minus 4 laps off, your last pit stop. Depending on where you're at on the track, that's all going to depend too, and what position you're at, and that's what I would do, because if we have green, white, checkers 3 times, some guys might wind up coming in the pit. We've seen it in the Pete Series, how crucial fuel mileage is at this track.
Definitely is. When you get in a fuel window, it's tough to be the leader in those positions. But it'll be interesting to see if anybody does a short pit where they pit on 15 or with 25 to go, 24 to go, and try to stretch that fuel and then hope for not a caution, because of the empty green white checkers. But if it comes down to that, then they have to come down and get tires and fuel most likely, anyways, due to how slow how much the tire fall off is. So. It's always ever changing, and we'll see how the strategy plays from here. But I know we're gonna have a battle on our hands now. Noah up from 11th, also to 4th. See if he has something for us. Even William there in 18, he's up to 6th position from 14th. So you got Frank DiMaggio, he's up to 7th from 16th.
Eric out there on Facebook saying that Darren's going to win in that 10, and he had a great pit stop. Moved himself up there with,
Yeah.
So
he started 5th and he got up to 3rd there and was running really good lap times in the air he was in.
Right.
I can't call it clean air because it wasn't clean air, but in the at least the air he had, he was running decent lap times. I was looking there, and we'll see if he wants to get a long run here. Who's got what? But looks like Matthew, who started 3rd on the, at the start of this the start of this race. He's going to start from the front, and our pole starter is going to start 11th, actually, Derek Newsom. So it shows you how fast things can change, even though you're the leader.
That's right. All right, Zach. Pace car's going to duck in, and we're going to get freaky what, buddy?
Freaky crazy.
Yeah, freaky crazy.
Green flag.
And green's out, and Matthews in that 5 gets a great jump, and he's going to clear that 10 going down into turn 1, guys.
Yeah, 3's going to get him. 8 might get him as well. Possibly the 18. That outside lane, not the best place to start.
Yeah. They're going to be side by side there, but look, this is the key off the battle off of 2 here.
95 going to make it 3 wide.
Let's say the 3's going to decide to push the 5 instead. Does the 8 make a move on the 3, though? Nope. And look at the 95 back here. Yes, like you said, Brian. Frank DiMaggio making big moves.
And he's coming. He's going to try to get that bad boy up there, but also check out Derek. He's back here in 10th position now.
Got the 3 back up front with a huge run.
Yeah, let's say he's deciding to push the teammate there. So he's trying to get a little gap before he maybe takes that, tries to race with Matthew there.
I mean, that's definitely the smartest thing to do. If you got a teammate up there and you can talk to him, if you two can just push each other for a little bit, you can get a 2-3 second gap on the field in no time almost. So
definitely, it's only going to slow each other down, racing each other too. So.
And that's what it looks like they're trying to do here, Matthews and Dylan. It looked like it was working, but Nora in that 8, man, he's keeping up.
Yeah, he's doing a great job with the little bit of damage he's got.
Frank DiMaggio back here, he's going to put a move on Gavin Martin into 1 on the inside, trying to make that pass for 7th. It's so tough to do, though, with that late move like he did. Into 2, and he hold the bottom. I think the 24 is going to be able to hold him off here on the outside. And the other thing is, sometimes you can get to the inside of people, but going down the back straightaway, most people move up to the wall, and that guy on the outside is going to get the draft. So it's very tough to this racetrack at the beginning of the pass if you don't have draft with the car ahead of you.
There it goes.
About, I think a move on the 18 almost cleared him out of 3, but definitely, definitely going to clear him out of 4.
Ooh. Yeah, that was.
He didn't clear him. He took it. He said, "This is my line."
Hey.
So sometimes that's you got to make passes at this track. Sometimes it's tough. You got to get what you can get fast. You see the gap he's already.
3 gave another big shove to the 5, headed off the 1. Give him a pretty decent gap to the 8.
Oh, that 3 almost is into the wall there too, and that's where we have to keep an eye out for everything here tonight. Is that pushing coming out. It is so crucial. If you get back on that gas too fast, before you know it, you're gonna smack that wall hard, and you just lose everything you worked for through that whole half mile or 2 miles, depending on where you're at on the track.
Look at Frank there. He's made the pass for 6th. Moving
made
on
a
up.
fantastic move on the
95.
7.
Yeah, and look at the 7 of Derek Newsom on the inside here. Gavin Martin with a big run. Can he clear him off in the 1?
Holster's moving her up.
And he probably, the 17 moving down to that bottom didn't help him there.
It looks like
24 gets tight. Oh man, that was close, and the 7 is able to have a run. Side by side on the back stretch here.
that's the thing, man. Just I can't stress it enough with the dirty air and getting that bad push coming out of here. I know this league runs a fixed setup, and hopefully in the future, iRacing loosens the car up just a little bit more when you're in that dirty air, that the car will at least turn, and help you out.
Yeah. It's tough to follow Frank DiMaggio, though. He's not having a tough time following. He keeps clicking him off. He's up to 5th.
Well, I was watching him a little bit in practice, and he was running the line perfectly. And as you can see in 2 right there, it just hits the marks perfectly.
Very, 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 very smooth.
Which is going to help his momentum. It's going to help his tire wear, and as you can see, it's helping him navigate this dirty air.
Brian, 17 on the 18. He's trying to one up the 18 here in the 17 machine. He's going to make the big move in the 3 and clear off going into 4. Oh, was the 18 fight back? He says, I'm a bigger number.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Davey Hendricks, he's back here. He's starting to tail in there with that lucky dog. He's up. He's making the pass on Emmanuel Wolf there to 11th into 1.
Yeah, did a good job. Got a little tight out on 1, but
Yeah.
that momentum up 15 behind him. It's going back. Ed Burrell on 13.
Wow, look at Frank DiMaggio, Brian. He's up to the back bumper, Darren Cole.
Yeah, like I said, just watching this guy in
slap
practice.
times. Track.
Yeah, I knew he was going to be pretty quick. And we've seen it last week, too, at Watkins Glen. He's got a good handle on this A car. Able to put it where he wants it.
A good through the dirty air there through 3 and 4. He was trying to get everything out of it. Got a little bit curved.
Oh, he's still running. Darren and him are both still running 51.8. And the leader, Matthews, has ran a 51.6 on 10 lap stint right now. So
Yeah.
that's impressive. That's not bad lap times with being on 10 laps on your tires. Because this is about the crucial time where your tires are the tires are already heated up. They're already got the air pressure built up into it. And this is where the tires come in key of who saved and who didn't.
Davey
Yeah,
Hendricks making it. Oh, sorry about that, bro.
I was just going to say that, when it comes to tires, the 5 is going to have the best tires on the track because he's been in clean air the whole time. Because even just a little bit of dirty air, got to turn that wheel just a little bit more, puts more load on the front tires. So he's going to have the best tires, whether somebody else has been saving or not, just due to the massive amounts of dirty air here.
All right. And look at the 95. He got past the 10.
He's making this look like a piece of cake.
I
Yeah,
say,
let's see. Yeah, he's very, very quick right now. Oh, we got some big moves in the back here between the 7 and the 18. 7, Derek Newsom trying to take 7th from William in the 18. Off of the 3. He's going to clear the 18 way up out the green and gray stuff. Yeah, 7 easily going to clear.
now I gotta try to figure out this call here. Jay Bell made a pit stop.
Yeah, that's. Could
Well,
possibly.
he had stayed out because he was a lap down. He got the waiver round, so he was probably pretty close to running out of fuel right there.
He was open for a caution, yeah.
Okay, I was like, well, what's the strategy behind that? But okay, that explains it.
Strategies to keep fuel in the car.
Yeah, well, good strategy. I don't blame him. I would
At 95 coming up on the 8. The 8 went down.
To defend.
They went down to defend and also break that draft.
Yeah.
And it worked out. 95 was forced to take that high lane and did not work. Looks like 95 is going to have a average run coming out of 4, heading off into 1.
An average run. I like
Oh,
that.
It wasn't a great run.
though.
Yeah, and that's all draft. You can see just how much the draft plays into effect on the straights. So able to keep that momentum coming out
Nice
of
and
1.
close to 1, yeah.
Not let that dirty air affect him. He's able to get that clean air. 8's giving him clean air.
This is going to be a big move here. This is going to be off into 3 here. He's going to have to run down the straightaway, too, just because he was on the line so well. The 8 gave him the air. I think the best thing to do to 8 here is just let him by, and he does. 95 into 3rd.
Wow.
Oh, it's heating up, too. Matthew's got his teammate Dylan there. We've seen Parker.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Super fast every week. See Matthew be super fast every week, not get a win yet, but this is the point of the run where it really comes down to who's getting around the track the best.
Yeah, this is where running the preferred line down below the white line, as you can see the 5 and the 3 are doing. This is where all of that comes into play. You know, have you been treating your tires right?
Definitely.
This is when it counts right here.
And if I'm seeing this right, Matthew Chastain stayed out and didn't use his quick repair. 'Cause he's got the leaders coming right up on him here.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess he was waiting till the stage there, Robert. I don't know. I think he's going to go a lap down to do that. There's no way he's going to stay on the lead lap there.
Well, if the L
But
comes
this-
out, he'll be able to get the wave around. Lucky dog.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
But he's got to stay ahead of Jay Bell also, who is coming.
well, and
through,
Jay Bell has fresh tires,
off
too.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
What this does, it gives the 5 some dirty air here in a little bit.
It will. Yeah, it's definitely going to affect the 5 once they start getting closer.
And he hasn't been in dirty air all night.
Fast. Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing that's going to affect him so much because he hadn't felt it. He's, felt that clean air where he can drive the car in deep.
Yeah, so hopefully he's expecting.
Wow, if you look at lap times too, Brian, 55. We got a 52.55 from the first 2 leaders here.
Whoa.
But you got Frank DiMaggio got a 52.14. So if
Wow.
Dylan can't get around Matthew quickly, they're gonna have a new player in this real quick.
I've got about 7 laps to go until the stage, so. And he's coming, like you said.
Matthew is luck. And remember, these 2 are not the most cordial. But Matthew's gonna do a good job there. It's actually gonna hurt Dylan Parker.
That's right.
Dylan Parker's gonna get the real brunt of that. He's gonna have to run off groove. Again, another half a second, Brian. There, 52.061 from Frank to Dylan's 52.50 to Piscata's 52.38.
At this pace, he's going to be to the leader's bumper in about 3 to 4 laps.
Yeah, it's only gonna get tougher once he gets closer. Especially due to these guys are running a similar line. You know, a lot of the guys that Frank called were kind of off groove, in my opinion, and weren't getting their car low enough. You see, Davis really working well on that bottom. Or I said Dave, Frank.
Here we got the 38 trying to make a move on the 7. 7's blocked him halfway down the straight there. Not sure what that's about, but 38 underneath him as they head off into 1. Can't quite get the job done though.
This is the longest stint they had of the race, so this is where everybody knows what their cars have now.
Yeah, and last time by, Frank was a little slower in these guys, so he got within about a second and a half, and that's where you're really going to start to feel the effects. In a second, it's going to be almost at its worst. So,
Yeah,
he's probably starting to feel the effect of that dirty air here a little bit, so pace has dropped just a little bit. We'll have to see lap times here as they cross the start-finish line. Yeah, breaking even, really. You got the leader, Matthew, at 35, Dylan at 34, and Frank at a 35, so... Yeah, it's, hundreds right now, and that's not enough.
But the fact that the 95 of Frank can keep pace with him after driving through the majority of the field
yeah,
is pretty impressive, which is going to make
for the next end of the stage.
Exactly. It's going to make this race for the lead heat up just that much more with another player in the picture.
Well,
Oh, look, Derek Cole made a pass too. Sorry to interrupt there, Rob, but he got by Noah in the 8 there, so that slips Noah back to 5th. He's still getting good stage points, a good 5 points there, but still, he probably would have liked the extra 2 when he was starting 3rd.
the battle I'm watching right now is at 7 and 38 of Derek and David. They've been battling for 3 laps now. Me personally, if I was David, not David, Derek, I'd just let him go. I mean, all you got to do is finish the race.
Yeah, Davey doesn't have nothing to lose.
Right. I mean, he's locked in.
He's
now he
finally here.
Yeah, he just worked them, but it took him 4 laps to work them. I mean, I understand a racer's a racer, but hey, Davey, you're trying to make the playoffs, bud.
Derek, yeah.
Derek. They double D's. Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, and even you think about this, Robert, remember Matthew Chastain didn't take that fast fix?
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. He's actually got passed by Jay Bell, so he's no longer in the lucky dog position.
Oh.
He's almost bit himself here, and even Corey Cook here. Never mind. I was about to say, it said they had Corey Cook scored ahead of Chastain there for a second, but I guess Corey had to
I saw that too.
Yeah, Corey had to pit there. Yeah. 61.
Pass for the lead for you on the inside of the 5.
Oh, big moment here. And the
and they touch.
Teammates. Hard racing. Oh, they're about to touch even more. It's about to be a here. That's about as close as it can get, guys. He's going to cut the nose. Oh, it's going to be a...
Oh, man. If the 3 didn't back out, that was going to be bad for both of them.
Well, we were just in the roll bar. Sorry, Zach.
Got one to go.
Getting all excited.
To the outside. This may be the move here, though. He can drive it in deep enough to stick that quarter panel with the 5's going to clear. Did the 5 run too deep?
Do a crossover a little bit, maybe? No.
Here comes DiMaggio, though. He's going to have a big head of steam here, too, guys. Here he comes. He's got 2 laps to go here in the stage. He's going to have a big head of steam coming down this back straightaway. These 2 been racing so close together. Look at this run. He's ducking out. It's about to get even crazier here. We may have 3 wide down the front straightaway.
Oh, my goodness. Grab your popcorn, grab your beer, grab your coffee,
coming to the white flag.
Hopefully you already got your popcorn because you don't want to miss this.
No, because here comes that 95.
On the quarter panel. The 95 with the big run.
Oh!
Does he go all the way?
Where does he go?
He's got to go all the way to the bottom.
No, he does. He's gonna. Oh, they touch again.
Oh, touching.
Oh my goodness! I think they got to
flag.
I think they got to complete this lap, don't they?
Yeah, and here comes the 95. He's got the
my goodness! Wow.
The difference between the 5 and the 3, that time 5 was 16 thousandths.
And this is the 5 likes what he's seeing right now. The draft is getting broken there. You see just how big a difference was following the 5 for the 3, how much straight line speed he has.
Yeah, it's wow.
Wow, that's some hard racing between teammates, but great fun too. You know that them guys are having a good time. This is a heck of a race we're gonna have here after this stage. It looks like Matt Piscata is gonna hold on
by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, he had to race so hard for that position.
Wow.
5, 3, and 95. You're top of the stage.
Wow. Jay Bell looks like he's gonna hold on to get that lucky dog position too. He catched right up to his leader on those new tires. So Jay Bell will fortunately get the lucky dog, and it actually paid off for him to take that wave around then.
Oh, we should see a yellow here.
Yellow flag is
There
out.
it is.
There
it is. All right, waiting for everybody to cross the finish line there, everybody.
Derek Newsom finishes 8th in that stage, so he gets himself a few points there. Noah Mowry finishes 5th, so a good bit of points for him too, as they're going to be trying to make it into the playoffs. 2 bonus points there.
Wow. Paul Turner, unfortunately, he has finished 13th there, Brian, so he's not getting enough points, and Jay Bell won't either.
No, but Jay Bell's going to get a wave around. He's going to be the lucky dog at least, so that'll put him back on the lead lap.
So if you think about this, this almost pushed Jay Bell 8 points behind Noah now.
Yes.
So he's gonna have to. This next stage is gonna be very, very crucial here. To who factors into win this race. Or
Jade Battle and Paul Turner, they're almost in a must-win situation.
That they are. Wow, that was a great battle there at the end. Like I said, Ryan, I want to see what this 95 can do. Since he didn't have to drive all the way up to these guys, can he get out front? No. You never know. Yeah. This is going to be a heck of a race.
I'm sure it's going to be a strong battle here once we go back green between these three guys for the first 5-6 laps. Who's going to take what and where? But we're going to let Matthews and everybody get down pit road, get their pit stops done, and then we'll see if we can have an interview with the stage winner. But until then, we are going to quick, like we say here at Freaky Fast, we're going to go wet our whistles, and we'll be right back after this quick word from Be The Match. All right, we're back now after that quick commercial here. As wow, the 95. Wow, we just seen the 95
beat the 5.
Wow. We were watching it live as the 5 was coming out of his pit stall, spinning them tires. That 95 and Frank just flew right on by him. But let's see if we can get Matthews up here real quick as we're under yellow. If I can find him here.
I got him in wait.
Oh, there he is. I was looking for him. All right.
He's way down at the bottom.
All right, I'll bring him on up here. Matthews, Robert up here in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Copy.
All right, man. Congratulations on your stage win. That helps you out in the point system there, even though I believe you're already locked into the chase. But how's that race going on out there for you?
It's pretty good. My teammate Dylan, gave me a couple breaks on the restart, gave me a little push. But other than that, tires wore out a little bit more than I should have thought. But it's going good.
He gave you more than a push. He was side banging you there a little bit. Was that just saying, "Hey, I love you, man," or was it saying, "Hey, I want to win that stage"?
We're having some fun. We're both locked in, so we're beating and banging a little bit.
Well, what do you think about here now that once we go back green, you got that 95 of Frank there in front of you. He was fast, and he was coming, and he got right up there on that last lap of that stage, and he didn't be able to do any kind of moves, I would assume, because of the dirty air in the tires. But do you think you can hold him off, man? Because he's fast.
I don't think so. Frank is, Frank's been racing this league a while, and he's really fast. So it's fun to race with him. So I've been racing with him a lot more this season. So it's been a blast, and whoever wins this race, it's gonna be deserved.
Oh, most definitely. Well, do you think we're going to see a new winner this week, or do you think you guys are going to be able to take it this week?
I think the top 4 has been the same most of the season, but I'm the only one, I think, without a win. So I would like to get one here, but I think any of the top 4 right now can win this race.
10-4, Matthew. All right, man. Well, hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of the race here, and we wish you nothing but the best out there, and go get them, man.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. What room were you in again? Brian pulled him.
Peak. I was with Dick.
Oops, I cut him off there, but he's he's
Okay.
back in the right place.
All right. Well, Brian's trigger finger there.
Yeah. My bad, Matthew.
It's okay.
As soon as he said P, got it a boom. But
yeah, that's
you
all
know,
I heard.
speaking of, he said top 4, and I've just realized Davey Hendricks is 4th.
Yeah.
So he's bounced himself all the way back. He's in 4th place. So not only is it going to be a 3-way battle, it's now going to be a 4-way battle.
Well, I do know that Davey didn't. Where did he qualify at here tonight? I don't have that stat on.
7th.
7th. So he. I don't know if he. My thing with Davey here at this track here, I don't think he's got the speed to keep up with these guys up here. Maybe for 7 laps, but he does have a little bit of right front damage that he did get fixed, but it's still noticeable, and I'm sure that's going to play a factor longer in the run.
Yeah, it'll be very intriguing to see what he can do here, just because I haven't really seen it from his car all night. He's been kind of offline in my position. Hadn't really been getting to the bottom as much as we'd normally see him here, as he's been the points leader and pretty much one of the more dominant guys here. But I think it's really going to come down to these 3 cars here. I mean, with Davey, you never know, could come in surprises. If we get a late race caution, it could come down to the top 7. Top 8, top 10. It can get wild at this place.
Well, also, we're going back green here and it's going to be 40 laps to go, and we talked about this earlier in the broadcast. How far do these guys go? Do they do a 20 and 20 and hope for no green, white checkers, or do you add two laps, 1 lap, 3 laps, 4 laps onto this first run to be able to cover a green, white checkered, because we do know in this league, out of all the races we had, except for 1, they all came down to green, white checkered. So that's a stat for everybody.
Definitely. That can happen.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there. We made 1 race, and green's out. But what I was saying is we actually made 2 races because Watkins Glen didn't have the green, white checkered. So.
Right. Look, Frank even got down to the bottom there in 3rd. That worked out pretty good for him there. 95 with 5 all over the back of the 3. Does he give the same love that the 3 gave him? At the beginning, because the 3 could definitely made a move there early in that race, and he's gonna have the 95 all over the back of him. So you can see the 3 defending.
95 gonna push him.
Wow. And I really think the 5 just needs to focus on getting out front. I mean, I don't want to say he doesn't have a shot, but I think his best shot is out front. The 3 was, they're so close to the corner. Man.
Now, that is the most interesting move that I ever seen. The 3 having the lead, ducking down on the inside to have the inside line, and look, he's still basically running for the lead. I mean, he hasn't lost nothing because he's on that preferred line. Whoa.
That's going to let the 95 by. Yeah, they were so close. There was no way they were going to have contact, in my opinion, how close they were racing each other right there. I understand
the 8
racing hard, but yeah, the 8's going to get to the inside there. Also, Matt, so you see them, how big just momentum loss. Look at Frank. He's going to duck down to the inside. The 3 almost didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, that was a late move, specially designed.
See how much you checked the front 2 up there, and the 5 immediately to the back bumper there.
My 5's going to have the run out of 4.
Yeah, but does the 5 go with him? And you got Davey Hendricks. Look, he's racing on the outside. The 8 of Noah. Darren Cole there on 10 too. The 7 of Derek Newsom, our pole setter. So it's heating up. We got 2x2 action going on, guys.
Yeah, look at Davey back there. He is definitely. Man, they're slicing and dicing, and no one knows. Well, now they're all back in. Now they're all single file, but they were all a little bit confused there.
8's going to make a move on the 38 if the 10 doesn't make a move on him first.
The 7 there goes around. That's a caution.
Uh-oh.
Oh! And everybody's going around him, and he's holding the brakes, and he's clear. We'll go back and watch.
What happened here?
Yeah, go back and watch.
The 17 man move to the inside. Just 7 kind of just kept coming down a little bit.
Yeah,
the 7 might have came up a little bit. It looks like both were just coming up. One was coming down.
Yeah, the only thing I think maybe the 7 thought the 17 was lower than it was. I don't. Just not enough asphalt there.
Now the question is does he have a quick repair to get that thing fixed? But again, it really don't matter. I mean, he's already basically in the points here. He just has got to finish the race. I mean, that's basically all you got to do. And we've seen what happened to Davey with back end damage, popped the motor. So, you know, does iRacing give him that glitch? You know.
That's a good question. I mean, right now it looks like the worst you can finish is technically 18th because I believe the 64 Mike Berry there, he's took his machine behind the wall, but still have Matthew Chastain out there in 18th, 1 lap down. And then the rest of the guys, you know, I put Derek Newsom in 17th. And you also got to figure this out that Derek finished, I believe, 8th in the state, so he got 2 points compared to Noah's 5. And that gave Noah 3 more points right there, so that means Noah's only 15 behind. The 7 of Derek Newsom. So, and Noah's running 5th, Derek running 17th. This makes it close.
Wow.
It's not over till I guess you could say the fat lady sings. But let's see. Oh, someone's gonna stay out here, believe, and try to get a lap lead.
Yeah, that'd be Jade Bell. He's like, hey, I need that point.
Did he get it? Yes, he did. He got there fast enough where he could get it. Good job.
Yep, he got a bonus point.
And he needs all the ones he can get as he's
Yeah, because he didn't get no stage points.
he's 1 point, well, I guess 3 points behind Noah entering this race. So wherever the points lie now is
8 points technically now because of the stage. So and now it's gonna be 7 technically because Noah had led
7 because he just led the lap.
Well, Noah 7 positions. And the way Noah's running, 7 positions is not doable unless you win the race, really, technically.
Right.
So,
Right.
with the way bonus points play for that, so.
Right, because Noah in that 8, he's having a great race. He knows what he needs to do.
Tell you what, those guys at NBC kind of have it easy counting these points for the playoffs, and in real life, you know, they got somebody doing math.
Yeah.
We're trying to do this on the spot.
We're doing math and broadcasting. It's like Frank came out ahead and maybe Davey ahead of him. Now, did these two, did they play, no, it looks like that was 4 tires. Wow, what a stop then from Davey.
Yeah, if he took 4 tires right there, that's one heck of a stop.
Coming in 4th position, come out first.
They're actually.
Yeah, Robert, do you know? Robert, do you see what time Davey got on that stop? Because, wow, he needs to pay that crew some extra money.
Davey got. Oh, where'd he go? Well, he was. Oh, there he is. His stop was a 14 flat.
Wow.
What was Parker's then? Does Dylan Parker come in?
14.5.
He's the leader. Okay, so half second there. Yeah.
And
What about
Frank
Frank?
had a 14.6.
Oh wow, Matthew.
And Matthew had a
Shut up.
14.4.
Yeah, so Davey about half second quicker than all these guys on pit road. Well, you know, with the stop, so that shows how you get ahead of him right there. And he's got the lead. Now Parker goes from 1st to 4th. This is about to get really wild here.
It is, because I'm like you, Zach. I think Davey, he's not quite hitting the line that we believe to be
that right
the.
front ain't helping probably either. So
Yeah, it got some right front damages. The 90. Way on the front. No, this is a backstretch. Never. But yeah, Davey a little bit slower than the 3 guys behind him, but the 95 possibly a little bit quicker than the 2 guys behind him. So this is going to be a pretty interesting restart right here.
yeah,
But definitely not good for the 5 of Matthew or the 3 of Dylan to see the 95 ahead of him.
This is the point of the race where you make your money, and they still are going to need a pit stop, Brian.
Yeah, we got let's see here, do some more quick math. 35 to go right now, so cannot make it from here.
Probably going to be looking to do about, I'd say, around 18, laps maybe. Even has some guys looking like they're faking the top off.
Oh, in the back, I would have just, I mean, if I was in the back, I would have just went and topped off. I mean, there's no
Absolutely.
point.
Yeah, back there, there's no point not to, technically.
Right.
So
now we're going to have 33 laps to go. They're still going to have to make one more pit stop. And we still don't know if we're going to have green-white checkers yet.
Yeah, and another thing is we've mostly had the 5 and the 3 start with the front row lead here. We got 2 new guys on the front row. Let's see how the 3 and 5. The 5 got the lead from the race in third. The 5 is as aggressive as he was last time, and personally, I think the 5 might be in the best position there, Matthew. I mean,
yeah,
third's a really good position to start in, and we haven't really seen Davey have the the most extreme pace today. I mean, maybe when it gets down to crunch time here, Davey pulls something out, but it can only ramp up from here with the way the pressure is going to be. So let's see how these guys come to this restart zone and bring these things into turn 1.
Yeah, the third is a great place to restart because you're on the inside line for 1. 2, get that draft from the leader. Leader doesn't have that draft, so third is very
into the back straightaway. Yeah. And Frank's going to want to do his best to get down early as possible here. And, really, Dylan's going to want to do the same thing here. So you want to get down there as fast as you can, and then use as much draft on that back straightaway. This Porsche pace car is about to pull in. We'll see how these guys do battle.
We got a long front stretch here as that pace car ducks in, and we're going to wait for that flag man to throw that green flag and set him sail with 33 laps to go here tonight. And green's out, and let's pay attention, ladies and gentlemen.
95 had a good restart there. See if he can keep the 5 underneath him. The 10's going to give the 5 a pretty big push going into 1. Yep. 5 is going to be able to get around the 95 and set his sights on the
Yeah, 95 did a good job to get down. Look, he's going to get the most hurt. Wow, Davey Hendricks misses the corner there. He just let the the 5 really made a move there, so I can't say he missed the corner. Let's see how his move is coming down the back straightaway. He's going to make a move to push to the 95. 3's going to that's a caution.
Whoa.
Oh, he's going to
Yellow.
Oh. Wow.
As that was going on to 38, kind of pushed up the track into the 5. But all's well up here. Yeah, looks like the 10 was just trying to throw a rock on the 3, and the 3 was pushing the issue, and the 10 came across his nose.
Wow, and looks like the 61 of Corey Cook, the 21 of Ed Burrell, the 10.
Oh,
there.
And Derek was involved again.
Derek was involved. Yeah, he got hit in the from Ed Burrell there trying to check up for that and got put a little bit into the wall. But not race ending though, so that's good for him. And I think it might have took a few cars out there. So more cars he can have taken out and put in that garage, the better he'll feel.
All right.
Now,
Let's see
assuming the 10 has a fast repair, he comes back out here. I really don't think 3 is going to like seeing him in his mirror if he gets back up there. Because I'm sure they're disagreeing on that issue right there.
Oh, well, it's only going to heat up as in 2 weeks here the playoffs start. So, that we should might see some tempers flying here very shortly.
Oh, no. Oh.
Whoa! Wow.
that might be costing the 95.
I was gonna say that.
So the 38 was set on staying out. It looked like everybody behind him was going to pit. The 95 switches his mind at the last minute and hits the yellow cone, coming back out onto the track. So I know if you hit the cone and come down pit road, you get an unsafe pit entry. If you hit the cone and you stay out, I'm unsure what happens there, but I would have some sort from but I've never personally had that, so I can't say for sure.
Well, we'll have to wait and see here what this 95 does. Does he have to pit? Does he get a black flag?
Leave, he will. I think it was like Brian said, if you would have hit it and went down pit road, he would have got unsafe.
But if you hit it and stay out, then you're good.
I think you're fine. Yeah.
Just like I said, I've never personally stayed out.
Sometimes, I guess. But we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting. The 8 there, he's actually on the access road. I don't know what's going on with him there. He's just cruising around there.
But unfortunately, this is not a good look.
The point out here is, what about fuel here? You're looking at 30 laps right now. What if you wait till the very end of this caution to top off? Can you save 3 laps around here and still stay ahead of the leaders?
Brian said you can do 5.
Yeah, if you hardcore save from the beginning of the run, you can save about 4, 5, 6 laps. But you're losing so much pace when you do that. So much pace. So I don't know if it would be worth it.
Well, the
sorry
8's
if I talked over you guys. My headphones died for a sec there. They cut off, but
no, you were good.
Zach, charge your batteries before you broadcast.
Hey, they're 82% right now. It just cut off randomly, so I got. It
good.
Caught me off guard.
Yeah, all right. Well, good. Then it's not just me, because my audio is skipping every once in a while, and I don't even know why. I don't know.
So now we've got the 38 and the 95. No tires, no fuel.
Oh,
everybody behind them. Tires and fuel. Yeah, the 8 came down. I guess he heard us talking about the fuel situation.
Yeah, he's going to come back down next time if you there, or you double file. I don't think
somebody wrecked. The 7 just wrecked coming out of pit road.
Oh, he just had to reset. He just reset.
Did he reset or?
He did. That's a tow right there.
Geez.
Oh, he blew the engine.
Oh no!
Another blown engine.
He put it in the wrong gear.
NASCAR.
I think he put it in reverse accidentally somehow.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he blew. Yeah, that was.
So he will be going a lap down. If he still has his fast repair, only a lap down.
Yeah,
if he's already used it, he's done.
We'll have to see. Here's the pace car's about to actually pull off here for us too. So we got all types of storylines going on.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have 29 laps to go as that pace car ducks in, and Davey's gonna set himself going down into turn 1 and hang on, everybody.
And 95's got a gap. He's going to shut that down so the 5 can't get around, but just I'm afraid for the tires on these guys.
Yeah, because the 95 and the 38, let's see here, Frank is 3 laps on his tires to Davey's 7 laps. So, and we know tires do play a key factor.
Yeah, you can see the teammates working the 3 and a 5 together. The 3's going to push the 5. He's going to shoot the 5 in there real deep. They're going to clear the 95. I think the tires might have been the call.
Yeah, I think so. Even though it was maybe a lap or 2, tires are so huge here.
Derek Newsom pulls it behind the wall. It's Corey Cook. Corey Cook pulled it behind the wall, so he's going to finish 17th at the moment.
Ooh.
Which that should, with his stage points, his couple
And
stage
Noah's
points, he should be okay.
Yeah, Noah's. And Jade also, Jade Bell in 14th. I think he'll be completely fine.
Yeah, well, we got to watch that 8 as he did an early pit stop, so he's one lap better than everybody else. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not.
You got to move here from Davey Hendricks going into 3 on Dylan Parker. Don't believe it's going to work.
Yeah, I think I got a question when the 95 got to the 38's bumper, he decided to push him instead of passing.
Yeah, I think that was the wrong. Yeah, I think he needed to make a move immediately and get the clean air. As you can see, the 3 now and the 5. Fresher tires all 3 wide going into 1, guys. We might have a wreck.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
Brian Pease on the inside of the 20 of Joseph in the 55.
bouncing off the wall.
Oh, wow.
Here
What?
comes the 15 of Emmanuel.
It's going to make
Trying
it
to
through
blow by
line.
both of
Wide
these
down the
guys.
back straightaway. 7th.
And they both look like they're going to clear. No.
So the 20 clears, and then there's a 15 driving in deep enough to get there.
I think he does.
Wow, what a move.
17 back to the inside.
And here comes that 8.
Up front.
Oh, up
Battle
front.
also getting into 1 for the lead.
Oh, man, we got battles all
Dylan
over
Parker.
as...
He makes the pass.
And he just put down the fastest lap, too. 49.44.
I can tell you one thing, and the sun is getting low here in Indianapolis. That may be the last time anybody sees that 3.
Yeah, it's getting close to 5 o'clock in the late afternoon here at Indy.
You see Frank back here
95.
looking for 3rd, the 95. He's going to get by Davey there.
Comes the 10 as well. Darren Cole. That's a good bounce back for him.
Definitely after that spin there, just, 1 caution ago.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't that long ago, and he's already back up to 5th right now, looking for 4th.
It's only a 1.5 gap all the way back to 5th, and then from there, these guys got about a 4-second gap to the next pack, and that's a gaggle of cars back there racing. With 15 Emmanuel Wolf and Brian D side by side for that 7th position.
Yeah, and here comes that 8. I've been saying it. He's got fresher tires, and he's moving himself back up through the field. About ready to take 8th position, and he's going to look for 7th position. Wow. He's on a move.
Yeah, the only thing that's really bad for him is if he would have pitted with the guys on the first lap before, he would have had a track position still, and now he's fighting back here, for 9th, and he's going to get a run here on 8th. It looks like a Brian Dees. He goes Noah to the bottom in the 8 car.
Well, every position he picks up, I believe that's going to lock him in, won't it?
Well, he's got Jay Bell there in 11th place. Not too far behind. He's battling Gavin Martin there, and so he's going to go loose. It definitely helps his cause, Robert.
Them between Nora and Jay Bell, ain't it 8 points difference?
7 right now.
7. So, and Nora's running in 7th. So, really, it doesn't matter. He would have to lose 7 positions, that 8 car.
Yeah. Well, we're also counting too if the 2 people are giving up their spots.
Right.
Or the one, I guess one technically is Gavin Martin would have fell out anyways due to not being here tonight. Now Keith Calhoun, I don't know if he's going to fall out, and there's what we got information was it was a rumor that they're giving us. So we can't for sure his position. So, but he is putting himself in there if the 2 do get the position.
Keith Calhoun's in a rehab facility right now, so and it doesn't matter because Jay Bell just did synchronized hit the wall with the 15.
Wow, and knocked the front end off. Yeah. Wow. The male Wolf though, he didn't knock the front end off, but he's still going. Wow, unfortunate there.
Well, that just helped the 8. Unfortunately for Jade. Now, we didn't talk too much about Ed Burrell either here tonight. He's right outside the top 10, but look who bounced back here, the 75 of Matthew Chastain.
Yeah, he's up to 12th.
Yeah, great run for him. It's it just shows you, never give up.
It's actually going to bump over the 10th there because of the problems with Emmanuel and Jay Bell. So breaking into the top 10, and Ed Burrell's going to try to work his way by Matthew here to get into his top 10 position.
Last time by, the 95 ran a 10th quicker than our leader.
Wow, and he's a little bit less fresher tires. He maybe kicking himself after this race, not pitting there with the guys and actually staying out.
Yeah, he keeps this pace up. He doesn't need those fresh tires.
Yeah, you can see Davies really struggling too. So he's running almost a second quicker last time by than Davey. I just don't think it was Davies' day today. So he did his best. He got some bonus points, and right now he's running fifth, so he can't be too mad at a top 5 position right now. But he also has Noah coming from behind pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, like we said earlier, he is locked into the points playoffs, so I mean, he can basically get the team together to focus, get ready for some super speedway racing when the playoffs start at Talladega. Because that's going to be a crapshoot. Anybody can win that.
They definitely can. Now it's just going to be interesting to see when these guys pit. Thinking about 15, right now we're going to be coming to 20 to go right here. I'd say our pit window opens up now anywhere to lap 15. So expect the guys coming in frequently here pretty soon.
I think that was the 95. We talked about it quite a bit last week, the undercut. I think if I was the 95, I'd do an undercut.
And it worked last week at Area 51.
Yeah, Watkins Glen.
Oh, was it Watkins Glen?
Well, both places had a good example of an undercut. But last week he pulled that undercut off, went down a lap before, and I think when it was all said and done, had a 5-second lead. So.
Yeah, but like we said, he did that mess up. If not, that would have been his race. So. Like Zach said, pit window, these guys should have it opened up right now. I would do the undercut. I don't think you can pass the 5. I don't think you're, even if you catch up to them, then you got to play around with that dirty air, which it seems like the 95 there, Frank, is handling the dirty air pretty well. But it could be one little slip up and, you're right into the wall.
And he did run that time by 2/10, almost 3/10 quicker than the leader. He ran 1/10 quicker than the 5 in second. So it tends to be about 1 lap leader's quicker, next lap he's quicker. But he's showing pace even though he's got some older tires.
Yeah, that's the problem. Everything that he's doing there, that's not gonna win the race. He's got to figure something out.
That time by, it's only 100th quicker than our leader. So
it's gonna be the key to getting by this 5 though.
He's catching up with this 5. 17 coming out of pit road. Reckon he pitted last time by.
Yeah, we got the 20, the 24, Gavin. It looks like the 55 of Nick. Wolf is coming in the 15. So they're like you nailed the. Whoa, the 20 totally missed his pit box. Oh, and now he's into the inside wall. Oh man, now he's stuck. All right.
5 headed down pit road. Matthew in second place. Dylan stays out. 95 of Frank stays out.
Well, they got to be
stays out as well.
Well, they got to be coming around this time. Like Zach nailed it right on the nose on pit the windows opening up. So they're listening to you, Zach Attack. I think Zach Attack went and took care of his dogs.
Oh, I accidentally muted my mic. I thought I undid it, but sorry about that. I was saying the 95 did not get no help there from the 17 of Brian Dees there. kind of pushed him a little bit wide on the new tires and pushed him up out the groove. I think
He's coming down pretty hot.
but
Actually,
this is one of the hardest pit roads to get slowed down. He did an amazing job not wrecking that. Whoa.
Wow. Well, that's how you lose. You can gain it or lose it on pit road. They say it all the time.
yeah. Hopefully,
now we
pit
gotta
road
watch
was.
the 5. He's coming out of pit road, out of turn 2. Oh, I believe he had an issue on his pit stop too.
But if he's
Way
just
too
coming
low.
out, then
Yeah, he had to back up big time. Wow, he's lucky even he had to back up twice.
Well, look at the
Yeah.
95. He's far to the right, so you know that's going to make a slow pit stop there as he just had
hey, he had a pretty good one.
wow, 14 flat.
Yeah,
being
pretty
the-
good. And here comes the 3. It's going to be close on the exit
Oh
right here.
man,
We have a battle now.
it's not often you get to race on the access road. But
Yep. And here comes the 5 Matthew Pashada. He's going into 1. I don't think he's going to get there.
I don't think so either.
Oh, wow, they're
here
playing
it
down
comes.
tag right now.
Oh, he's going to latch onto that draft.
And holy cow, the 95 able
He
to
might
pick
pull this
up
off. Yeah.
a lot of time during the green flag pit stops. He's on the bumper of what should be our leader after the 10 pits.
Oh, and
He's already looking.
95 to the inside of 3 looked to close the door, but the 95 said, no, sir.
He said, nope, I'm here. This is mine. You're going to give it to me. You're
I
going to
think
give
he
this
knows
lead
this
to me
is
as
the
well.
time. He has to get it done here into 1. But the 3's still going to have big drafts coming down the back straightaway. Will the 3 make a move to his inside?
Well, it looks like he's going to clear him coming out of 1 and out of 2 here. And
He's
he
cleared, and
gets-
that may have just been the pass to win the race. Possibly.
This right here, this draft though, down the back straightaway, if he can defend this 1 straightaway, I think he might have a good chance here, Brian, to hold him off.
I think
He's
so.
got to
Like I
put that
say,
car on
he's
that low
gotta-
line and take that air away, though.
He's got to hold him off for about the next 3 to 4 laps.
This is going to be a good
Should be
chance here
alright.
for Parker, though. Parker got a good run off of 4.
Oh, he's got to look on the inside. What's the 95 do? Oh, he lets him go on the
He
inside,
lets him go to the
guys.
inside. He's got to hold very strong here on the outside if he wants to hold on to his lead. He can't
Ah.
let the 3 get ahead.
Well, Brian, this might be the pass for the lead. For the
I
race.
did say possibly.
Yeah.
In the 2, I think the 3's going to clear, but the 95's fighting hard.
Oh,
He's going to have to run out
have
of the back
momentum.
straightaway. We're going to continue this battle.
oh, I don't know if that 95 can run that high line in so many laps. That's got to eventually that 3's going to prevail, I believe.
Well, actually, the longer they go, Robert, the tougher it's going to get on the 3
Does he
to hold it
does-
down there.
Oh, he almost cleared the 3 running the high line. He got a great
Yeah.
run going through 1 and 2.
It's much harder to pass on the inside. And the other thing, as the 3's trying to pass the 95 on the inside, he's got to turn his wheel more than the 95 does. So that's
It's
just
right
it's hurting
there.
there.
He's going to have the big run. He's going to clear here. Yeah,
Wow.
I can see there, right there, the 95 working good. Look, he just needs to hit a good corner here exiting. He needs to set sail. I think that was the move right there. That was it.
That was the move to possibly.
Yeah.
What a move there. And you know, it's funny. I'm looking here in Discord. Frank's got, his name on here, and it says quotations replacement. That's a pretty good replacement driver, if you ask me.
Yeah, because he told us last week he was. I forget
I think
who
he's
he
doing it for
was
Keith.
replacing.
Yeah.
Was it Keith? So he's filled in last week and did one heck of a job
Another big run,
Yeah.
though.
winning the race right now. Now 3's going to try the outside.
He's got to be farther up, though, because you can see through the center of the corner, the bottom is always going to prevail. And if you can let the car go out on exit, you're fine. It's just, you got to be able to keep that left front fender on that right rear quarter panel all the way through the center and the exit. And then that's where you really see the outside actually prevail. And there you see the
Yeah.
95 get a great run. He's just got to hit his marks
Yellow
now.
flag is out.
Oh, and we got a caution, guys.
Oh no!
The 17.
Oh, wow. Big damage for 17. I think he may have hit the outside wall. Yeah. A common case there. Outside wall out of 1 into the inside wall.
Boink.
between the chute there.
Boink. Ooh.
What is
Oh,
it?
airborne.
The
Whoa.
8 barely made it through, guys. No more. He's seen his life flash before his eyes.
Did he get some damage?
I
Whoa.
believe he's good. I believe he's good.
Yeah, I think he's good too.
Yeah, I
don't
think he's good too.
Well,
That was close,
this changes everything, guys. This is all about pit road now. And who can get out and hold this lead, because that's another thing. You may not want to come out with the lead here, personally.
Yeah, and I like what Brian was doing there in the background, going doink, doink.
He looked like a pinball back there.
That's why I started laughing. I heard you back there, doink, doink. Oh yeah. All right. Well, we thought it was heating up, and we haven't seen anything. I don't even know what to add to it. This is gonna get nuts. It's gonna get freaky nuts, right, Zach? Oh, he's muted again, Brian.
Yeah, he's got that button.
He's got that button. He's probably talking.
His mute button's broke.
Yeah, he's probably talking to himself. And yep, there he is. He's talking to himself. It's all right, Zach.
I was reading something. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, this is where it counts, though, guys. This is some serious business here for these boys. They no speeding and no mistakes on your pit box entry. And we've seen the 5 make a mistake. It's very easy to do. These are actually pretty small pit boxes at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah, they look big, but iRacing makes them small. In the box, but iRacing will say, no, you're outside the box.
Wow,
Sometimes
great.
you come down pit road and
Oh, and the 24 got turned right in front of the 95. Oh no!
Did the
Then
95
24 back
make it?
up?
Oh, I was I was on replay. I was like, what are y'all talking about? I see what you're talking about now.
yeah.
I think he
Here
got some help
comes the
from Amanda Wolf there.
95. He's gonna.
5.
The 3's gonna be the
3.
And he's gonna have teammate the 5 starting 3rd.
Yeah. Well, not only that, we all know the 95 is strong on the high side, so he's gonna start 2nd unless the 3 takes the top side. You know, that's the next question. 10 laps to go. Does the 3 start on the inside or does he start on the outside?
I think the 3 is going to start on the inside because he's got his teammate, the 5 starting on in 3rd. So that's going to
Yeah, they're gonna probably try to time this restart pretty well. Hope that they can get both cars ahead of that 95. And really on those first 2 laps, the outside's just not there on the first 2. You're not gonna be able to do anything because these guys can almost hold it wide open. And the shortest way around is gonna win when you go hold it wide open. So yeah, Frank's sitting at a disadvantage here, but we've seen what he did there on the tires. Anything can happen. He's just gonna have to make quick moves though to get back and hopefully get back to 2nd there, so he can make a move on this 3. I mean, the 5 is personally sitting in a very good position too. We've seen how aggressive him and his teammate Dylan have been with each other. I mean, the 95 could be sitting in the catbird seat if those 2 go at it. So let's see how this plays out.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Well, I got to go grab a drink. Oh, wait. I got one. All right. We're good. You guys good?
Oh yeah.
I'm
We
good.
don't need no brakes right now.
No breaks right now.
No brakes.
I was going to sing a song. We're getting close to the hot.
Ryan, we don't need no brakes or brake pads right now because we ain't touching them.
All
Not for the first couple laps.
All I need is a kick
Actually-
bar
All we need is a throttle.
Yeah, we
Steering
don't
wheel.
need brakes at all here.
and a
Unless
Kit
there's
Kat
a wreck
bar.
in front of you.
A Kit Kat bar?
and a Kit Kat bar.
I've been pretty good right now. I bet you these drivers would like a Kit Kat bar right now, Robert.
Yeah.
What? I can tell you what, they'd like you more as being victory lane talking to you, so.
Man,
see how,
probably
who
not.
has that opportunity.
Probably sick of talking to me.
But you saying they want to be in victory lane, but they don't want to talk to you?
Yeah. Yeah. I stink at interviews.
He can't be any worse than Noah Graxon's first interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. I can't argue that. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, if y'all are watching this wonderful race at Indy here with SlideJawb, had seen Xfinity driver for Junior Motorsports Noah Gragson, one of his first interviews after was it a late model race or an ARCA race or something? That's a good interview. Should go find it on YouTube.
Well, don't forget to hit that follow, share button, like button on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube, and help us grow. If you don't mind, we'd much appreciate it out there, everybody. As we are here live tonight, SlideJawb Racing League at Indy. Up here in the booth with me is Soda Can Johnson, or known as Brian Johnson, and we got Zach Attack that doesn't like to be called Zach Attack. Zach Hall.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch, is that what we're doing?
I was about to say Captain Crunch over here.
All right, that's a new nickname, everybody. Freaky Fast Crunch. No, no, that doesn't work. We'll stick with Captain Crunch. It sounds better. You know,
I like Captain Crunch too. It's pretty good.
You need to make up a paint scheme with Captain Crunch on it, then with the cereal flying out of the sides, with a Dirty Air podcast, with a Dirty
Maybe
Air.
we'll get Captain Crunch one day on the podcast with us. Ahoy!
Well, these drivers, good on tires, good on fuel. Even through all the, Robert, you seem pretty concerned about all the green-white checkers at the end. They're good for those now.
Yeah, and we'll probably have one.
Oh yeah. I think we'd be lucky if we only had one caution left in this race, because these guys are about to turn it up to 11.
They're about to send out.
And Nick out in the Facebook just he posted a YouTube link. I can't click on it right now, but he might have brought that
Is it the
interview.
Noah Gragson interview?
Yeah, I got a funny feeling that's what it is. I don't know. I can't click on it right now. So, but official.
About to pull in.
That's right. With 7 laps to go, hang on, everybody. We're gonna get freaky crazy here tonight as the green flag. Oh, the 95's into the wall. Oh no!
I think we missed a shift.
Is that what happened?
Or started in the wrong gear, or something was up with the gearing there, I think.
Yeah.
Nice recovery, though.
Yeah, good recovery there. To fall in the third. Let's see what Matthew in the 5 machine here does. He's going to stick his nose to the inside of his teammate.
Yeah, they're going to race.
I think the 95 wants to help the 5 if I'm the betting man here. And look at him. He's going. Oh, I thought he was going to make the move.
Oh, it looked like he gave him a good shove going into the turn.
That he did.
He's a 38 to give him a shove past his 3.
Yeah, that's what he does want to see. Let's say 38 is looking low, but I don't think he's going to get to the bumper. The 5 is giving the draft to the 3.
Oh, they're not clear.
And that actually hurt the 3 because he couldn't get to the corner as well as he wanted to.
It's going
That's
to let
what the
95
95 cleared. Can Matthew Prashada win his first race here at SlideJawb, Robert? It's going to come down between him and Frank DiMaggio and the 3 of Dylan Parker, I believe. Will Dylan Parker recover? We got big moves being made in the back, too.
Yeah, we got Williams back there in the 18.
He's getting passed by Matthew Chastain moving up in the 6th.
Wow,
What a recovery.
Yeah, that's what I was just ready to say, Zach. What a recovery. Holy mackerel.
Well, we've seen how aggressive Matthew Prashada was with his teammate. How aggressive is he with Frank DiMaggio? It's going to get wild. I think Dylan's actually going to have a run if Frank doesn't block. He's going to sandwich him. He's over the outside of 5. Oh, he's going to drive it deep.
Oh, that's going to work?
That's going to work. What?
Oh!
Neck code.
Oh! We just had Frank run the fastest lap, and then we had a net code. That was nothing but
We
net.
just got robbed, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh. Let's see if we can go back and watch that replay. Let me see if I can get we can get a good screenshot of this here. As we can see the 5, we see the 95 coming on the outside, and oh yeah, just, oh, and the 5's up over into the wall, almost rolled it. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, and both of their, really, I guess, dreams of winning this race are kind of out the window now. But for two drivers we've seen all night beat, you know, really the class of the field with Dylan Parker included. And this puts Dylan Parker in the lead, Davey Hendricks, Darren Cole. Now, do we see people pick? Because Frank is technically in fourth here, and if he has a fast repair, which I don't think he's damaged that car all night.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he's actually...
Wow, is he going to be second? He's going to be put second.
Yeah, because, you know, his car never got turned sideways. He kept going straight, so Iracing is going to let him keep second place. And if everybody comes down pit road here, he really hasn't lost.
He's going to look, it's going to look well for him if he can get everybody to pit here. I think that's going to be the issue, though.
I don't think it's gonna happen because we are now under our first green-white checkered attempt.
Well, if he loses some track position here, you never know. He might get some more green-white checkers. He may be restarting in third or fourth when it comes down to the very last one. So he's going to have to come down. There's nothing he can do. Let's see Davey. I think a lot of guys are going to come, guys. I really do. The 10 staying out.
They're just so important. Tires.
Wow. So 10 is the only car staying out. Looks like we have one more. Is that
Paul?
No, it's the 42 of Paul Turner. He has to win this race if he wants any shot at being close even in points. So he's going for it.
And last week, Darren was the biggest mover in the points. He moved up 7 positions after the Watkins Glen race. So
95 takes his fast repair.
So 95 did have a fast repair yet.
Mm-hmm. It's going to have a pretty decent stop here.
Tires. I think David Hendricks just took... No, he didn't take 2, but he's just going to beat the 3 out. Wow. 75. Actually, they may have took 2.
Yeah. 9.6.
Yeah, they took 3, the 75, the 38.
The 20.
The 20, yeah. So Frank is going to be the first car on 4.
Yeah, I don't like that. 2 tires on this car.
Yeah, I don't like that call.
Even just for a couple laps, just that left front wears just as much as the right front does now, especially here at Indy.
Yeah, with these cooler temperatures, with 83-degree track temp, I think they're going to be fine. Their biggest issue, in my opinion, the biggest issue they're going to have, feels a little bit hotter, it would actually be the very first 2 laps. It would be actually being too loose. Surprising to say that. Yeah. But I think they're going to be all right. And also the 75% fuel load helps them there also. I think 2 tires may have been the call. If we have one green white checkered here, I think the guy that wins will be on 2 tires. Not putting nothing past Darren Cole and the 42 of Paul Turner here, because these guys are going to have a heck of a shot. But you got tires right behind you. You're kind of a sitting duck as the leader too here. So Davey Hendricks is sitting in a very good spot personally on them too. And even the 3, and he's got Matthew Chastain there, and Matthew Chastain taking 2. So can Matthew Chastain get up here and still win?
Oh, and you can't take out Frank. He's got 4 tires and a brand new car. So some of these front runners got a little bit of damage, left fender, right fender, rear end, can play a factor. And he's got a clean car. So that's aerodynamic wise, that's good.
It can play a factor. And if we get 3 green white checkers, Robert, I think he's the person sitting in the catbird seat. Right. As I like to say.
Once we get one heating cycle on these guys with no tires and 2 tires, I think 4 tires is definitely going to be king at that point.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess, here, as they should be going green next time by. Yeah. Not this time, but next time.
They should get 2 wide next time. Get double file. So we got about 2 more pace laps. So technically 1.5 now, but Yeah, interesting call from the 42 there. He hadn't had, the most pace all race either. So, does the outside line have a issue? I think Dylan Parker needs to take that in mind. That this is a car that hadn't been up front necessarily all night. You got to get by him quick if you want to get something. So.
All right. Sorry, I was looking at something here. All right. Well, they should be getting double file. I was doing a Zach, Captain Crunch. I was trying to crunch some numbers here. That's why I go
where
to
does
you.
Noah sit? Oh, Noah's actually 14th. He's dead last on the lead lap here.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but you also got Jay Bell who's in the pits. So if it all plays out with the two drivers given their positions, I believe Noah should make it.
And that 18 in Williams, he should be okay too, correct?
On points?
Yeah, is he in the playoffs?
Oh, William Almond.
Oh, yeah, he's 7 to the good, but
Okay.
that was 7 to the good of Derek Newsom.
Okay,
So he's 20 to the good, in my opinion.
right.
That was before we had the ho-ho incident.
I don't know if you're allowed to watch TV or YouTube in rehab.
Maybe rehab's a little different. They might, they might make you get on a treadmill.
I'm sure for breakfast.
Some celery.
Yeah, I was ready to say. I'm sure for breakfast he eats a salad, and for lunch he has celery, and for dinner he has some greens. He's on a veggie diet.
Brussels sprouts.
And then at the end of dinner, they give you a raisin.
All right.
Little raisin cookie.
With a smiley sticker.
Now,
Stick
looking
it
back
on
here
the
also,
board.
the bottom lane is going to be the most important lane. You get the 10, the 38, the 75, and the 95 on the bottom. Outside lane is going to be a little tougher, 42, 3, 20, and 18 on our first 4 rows.
It looks like the 20's having a little bit of internet issues going on because he's staying way high out of the way, so hopefully nothing bad happens there.
Yeah, hopefully it'll clean up. Yeah, and use that extra rubber.
Well, pace car's in. Gonna get set sail down this long front straightaway here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway as that green flag is ready to fly. And green's out.
10. Great restart for the 10, actually. And I think Paul Turner is actually, I believe they're teammates. Yeah, they are. So, and David Hendrick's also part of a long shot here, too. So, we got 3 long shots right here. This could work out. These teammates could really work with each other here. Dylan Parker's going to get pushed out to the wide of the track with the 75 of Chastain coming there under him. 95 is also going to look there. But up front, Paul Turner. Oh, and Davey throwing the block on Chastain, but Chastain's there.
And 95's pushing. Oh, he shoves
the
the
older tires
75.
are going to be playing into a factor. The 95.
42.
Oh, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good, guys.
Oh,
my
Davey Hendricks in the
goodness.
3 touch. Look at the 95. He's going to go under 3 wide for second. Darren Cole leading this race has got a decent gap here.
A decent gap, but if that 95 gets cleared,
Can the 95 get by the
2.5 miles
75?
left.
Oh, we're going to have somebody wrecking the 20s wrecking. That's going to be a caution. No, it's
No,
not.
it's no caution.
No, it's the final lap.
We're on the final
What's
lap.
the final lap? That's right. True. Whoa.
He's got about a mile to go.
Oh,
He's coming.
95's got
95 is coming.
Oh,
The
no.
10's a
Block,
sitting duck.
block.
Through the block to the inside doesn't work. It's going to be tough.
Oh,
he's got side by side.
He's got to drive that thing in hard to 10.
And he's gone.
Wow.
What a drive.
What a race.
And y'all said 4 tires wasn't a call.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a drive from Frank. That is impressive.
Holy cow.
Heck of a replacement right there if I'd ever seen one.
And look at the drive of the 75 of Matthew Chastain.
3rd place.
3rd place after all the chaos he had at the beginning of the race. Staying on the lead lap, in front of that stage.
Almost got second too.
Actually, okay, so on the final lap, 3 actually got to 20. That's what happened there.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, Dylan Parker actually goes from leading this race to 7th. Wow.
Wow.
Matthew Piscata actually, after
Got the
getting
5th.
neck coated, got the 5th.
What?
On the 20 does come around and complete his final lap.
Well, Frank made what we would call the race multiple times there in this race, Brian. He did it again there with 1 lap to go on that green white checker, restarting 7th position. So from 7th to 1st in 2 laps. Heck of a drive. He deserved it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And not only that, sorry, Brian, not only that, got to give a shout out to the 42 of Paul Turner. Best finish of the season for him. 6th position.
Oh.
Yeah, and he started on the old tires too. They're 2nd, and that's the worst place to start personally for old tires. So for him to hold on the 6th there, congrats, Paul Turner. That was a heck of a call there, a gutsy call too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's what he had to do to get into the playoffs, though. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough, but that's the only card he had to play.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough either for him. We'll have to wait for the final standings and points come out within tonight or tomorrow, and we'll know next week. But all right, well, we're gonna quick run to our post-race interviews here very shortly. We're gonna run to a commercial break, and we'll see about getting everybody in for an interview. So stay tuned for have their interview here, and we'll be right back after this quick word. All right, we're back after that quick word and ready for our post-race interviews with Frank, Darren, and Matthews. All right, Zach. Wow, what a race, man! What a race. Let's see how this race went with our top 3 here.
All right, Brian, you ready for Matthew Chastain?
Yeah, let's get a talk in with him.
All righty, we'll bring Matthew up here.
Hey, Matthew, it's Brian in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good, and I think you're doing pretty well as you had some bad luck early in the race, and spent the whole race climbing back up through the rankings and getting yourself back up into 3rd. If we had a bounce back award, it would definitely go to you. So how was that race from inside the car for you?
Well, first off, Brian, let me tell you something. If I had a penny for every time I've had a bad luck in the start of the race this year, I'd be a rich man. Yeah, started off really bad. Got involved in 2 wrecks. First one, got hit from behind after trying to check up, and then I went on the track with the damaged car, and it just wouldn't turn. Went straight to the turn one wall there. So just tried to save my repair for the second half of the race. A lap down, got my lap back, fought back. Had a chance to win there, just couldn't make a move in front of Frank there.
Yeah, Frank was he was definitely looking like the guy to beat tonight, and he was the furthest car with 4 tires, closest to the front. So
yeah, there's a little controversy about him hitting that cone there.
Yeah,
and that wreck he got to stay up there, but that's iRacing. That's part of it, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes those deals can't really control, and but it is what it is. I mean, like you said, you bounce back, Iron Man award, whatever you want to call it. But another thing, we we were talking about these tires and the dirty air, and how was it for you tonight, trying to get around all these cars in that dirty air?
I'll tell you what, I'm the perfect person to ask that. I was in the back the whole time there till the last about 20 laps. Yeah, it was a lot different up front than it was in the back. The car likes to push up into that wall when you're in the draft. So once I got up there, past a couple cars, car came to me pretty well, and a lot better, and that was that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before I let you go and celebrate your third place finish, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yes, Joe, I'd like to thank you guys for mopping the booth, and I guess I got my new nickname here, Iron Man. I'm going to have to put that on the car here, Brian. I'd like to thank Trinity Racing League. I believe they're going to show up for an interview to let you guys know about their league next week. They jumped on board here, and they're doing a great job. Just any way they can. If you guys go check them out, Trinity Racing League on Xbox One. And also William Martin and all the other guys that put on the league, all our admins. Got a all-star race next week, and then playoff time.
Yeah, absolutely. How are you feeling heading into the playoffs?
The playoffs, I got my favorite tracks. We got Bristol and Richmond. Those two tracks I should be really good at. Talladega, you never know what happens. Auto Club, and I'm missing one, but most of Atlanta, that's what it is. But most of those tracks I'm pretty good at, so I feel pretty good. But Richmond and Bristol are my favorites, so we'll see.
All right, sounds good. So it sounds like you're pumped for these playoffs. But until we see you again, we'll let you go, and we'll see you next week at the All-Star race at ISM.
All right, hope to see that number 75 Trinity Racing League. Let's see, we got the October. We got the breast cancer awareness scheme going on, so hopefully we'll see that car back up there.
Hopefully, sounds good. Well, I'll let you go.
You guys have a good one. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our third place man. Up and down roller coaster night. Or should I say down to up night, because like you said, he was in the back most of the night, and then charged through the field there at the end, made a good call on two tires, and made it work. So good job to Matthew Chastain. And I guess I will get a talking here with Darren Cole, our second place man. Hey, Darren, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy, man?
What's going on, Zach?
Oh, nothing much, man. That was a heck of a call there from you, I got to say. That was very, very gutsy. Really started fifth tonight, Darren. You were pretty much anywhere from third to fifth for most of the night. Really did a good job keeping the track position and staying in the battle. But when it came down to the end there with the little bit older tires, how did you feel having the lead there?
Oh, I was shaking. I don't know. 5 laps on them. They weren't terrible, but I had some good people next to me and behind me. And I thought maybe I could get a good enough jump, and it almost worked. I thought there should have been a caution when there was a big wreck right there. So, but I don't know. It was fun. It was good stuff. And anytime somebody passes somebody on the outside of the last lap, that's one of the races that are real good. And I'm a racer, so I can appreciate them kind of passes. And hats off to Frank. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was some awesome racing. I got to give you a big shout out because you did an awesome job on the motor tires to really even hold on to second, man. That was a really, really good job and did a great restart and hit your marks. And unfortunately, 4 tires got there. But
they were quick.
Yeah, they definitely were. That's for sure. This track has a lot of tire fall off. But you made it into the playoffs, Darren, also. So how are you feeling about the playoffs? I know we got the All-Star race coming, but in 2 weeks, you got the playoffs starting. How are you feeling for that?
Well, first off, I'd like to give a big shout out to Keith Calhoun. We're missing you, buddy. We know you relapsed. We love you. We miss you. Eric Moore, you're sitting on the beach right now drinking Mai Tai instead of racing. It's kind of crappy on his part, if you ask me, but whatever. No, the playoffs are going to be cool. We're one race at a time. Let's go for it. Let's see what we got. Long shot. We got a good team lead, and that's what we're after.
That's awesome, Darren. Yeah, that's awesome. I want to be on that beach too. But shout out to you again there for third place finish again. Anybody else you want to send a shout out to before we let you go? Second place.
No, really, just a one-man band over here. So just trying to make it. No, I'm just kidding. I love everybody. Frank, good job, man. What a pass. That's the good stuff right there. I appreciate that pass.
Awesome, Darren. Well, we'll catch you next week at the All-Star race, buddy. So congrats again on your second place finish, and you have a good night.
Hey, one more thing. I love you, Davey. I love you, Jade. Paul Turner, I love you. Eric Moore, I love you. Keith Calhoun, I love you, buddy.
Oh, man. I love you too, Darren. Thanks.
Ryan, Zach, I love you guys.
We all love you, Darren, too. Awesome. Well, he said see it. Awesome. Okay, cool. He did the one where I didn't have to pull him out, Robert. He was ready for it. That was awesome.
Oh, what an
We love you too, Darren.
That guy is a trip.
He needs to get podiums more often.
Yeah, I like his interviews.
I think we just need to pull him down and just have him sit
Have a talk
through the whole race.
Yeah. Awesome. Well,
right.
Robert, you're going to talk to, I'd say, what the best replacement I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
As he's got that in quotations his name here.
Yeah.
Mr. Frank.
I'm down here on the bricks.
You ready for him?
Yeah, Burrs. Let's bring him down. Frank, Robert up here in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, how's it feel to be a replacement driver that just dominates like that? Dude, what a race, man. I don't even know where to start at. You started 16th position. You only led 5 laps. And you put down the fastest lap of the whole race with a 49.339, which was towards the end of the race. But, man, you were battling you started like back in the 16th and a yellow came out a couple times and you were in the back there and you moved yourself up. We were talking about you all night, watching you just weave through the field and be able to handle that dirty draft. I don't want to say give the keys out of what you were doing so anybody else doesn't do what you do, but man, how do you, I don't know where to go with it, but how do you do it with that dirty draft that's so bad at Indy?
I don't know. I didn't think the aero push was too bad, actually. I think was making a lot of time up off turn 2, I guess you would call it. And a lot of guys were courteous to me when I did get to them. They were letting me go. So big thanks to those guys racing me clean. But it was a fun race, that's for sure. I'm sweating buckets right now, and I need a Gatorade.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would drink a Gatorade too. After the stage, your family stayed up in like the top 5, and you're beating and banging and trying to pass cars, and you had a fast car, and you're pushing and shoving towards the end there. And then we had a yellow come out, and you went in and got 4 tires, and some guys stayed out. 2 drivers did, and then we had some drivers take 2 tires. When we went back green there on that green-white checker, did you think you'd be able to move around like that to get past them guys?
I wasn't exactly sure who had what in front of me because I was in the wreck prior.
Right.
I didn't have a choice. I had to take 4 tires, so there's no choice for me. But luckily, we got some brakes coming up through there. Able to push Chastain down the backstretch, and that opened up a couple doors for me, but it was a lot of fun. It was a good race. It was a lot of fun. I would have liked to stay green with about 10 to go when Dylan and I were battling it out after the green flag stop, but it was a really fun race. It was one of my favorite.
Yeah, like you said, Matthew Chastain, you pushed him down into turn 3 and 4 there, and you gave him a shove. You weren't lifting, and you gave him a shove, which pushed him up a little bit, which caught Dylan, the 3, off guard a little bit. And once you guys got through 3 and 4, you finally got yourself on the outside there. And, man, you just power moved that car going down there to take the lead over the 10 of Darren there. What a move, man. What a move. It's great to see you finally get the victory, not to bring up sore wounds, but, last week at Watkins Glen, you did the leapfrog or whatever Brian would call it. What do you call it again, Brian?
The undercut.
The undercut. Well, you did the undercut at Watkins Glen. Thanks, Brian. And you got the lead there, and unfortunately, you messed up turn 11 and lost the lead and lost the race, which I think you should be back-to-back wins. So I'm sure this makes up for that race.
Yeah, last week definitely wasn't the fastest car, but I did have a shot at the end. Davey and Dylan were the guys to beat there, but I'm not racing for points. I wasn't racing for anybody tonight, so anything less than a win would be disappointing. So I was pretty glad I was able to get that second win tonight.
Oh, 10-4, 10-4. All right, man. Well, again, up here at Freaky Fast from Brian and Zach and me here. Congratulations again on your win, man. And hopefully, I know you're not in the playoffs, but you do got an all-star race coming up next week. Are you going to be running that one?
Phoenix is not one of my favorite tracks. I don't really run well there anyways, so I think I might be sitting on top of the pit box on that one watching, and I think I'll just return for the season finale at Auto Club.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I guess we'll see you there. Is there anybody, before I let you go celebrate this victory, you want to give a shout out to there, bud, or anybody?
So I want to say thanks to the title sponsor, Colonial Riders, everybody in the league that puts this thing on. It's a lot of fun. Guys in the booth, can't wait to go back and watch the race, and everybody watching, we really appreciate it. So thanks to everyone. Apologize to Pashada about that wreck coming out of one, but all in all, good race, and looking forward to the next.
Yeah, 10-4. Looking to see you again out there at the season final there, bud. But until then, you be safe, and we wish you the best.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. That was our winner, Frank DiMaggio, in the 95 machine, bringing him his second win of the season, as he said. So, good win for him tonight here, and made multiple passes for lead, and finally that he made the one that counted the most, right, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. And I like how we apologized to Matthew there in the 5 for that wreck, but that was just net code. He didn't have to apologize, but it's good to see guys that do that. So
yeah, most definitely. All right. Well, what's your guys' final thoughts here, real quick, before we run through the unofficial results here with SlideJawb Racing League tonight at Indy?
Man, Indy puts on a great show no matter what car you bring here, whether it's the IndyCar series or these A cars or B cars or the trucks or the Pro 2 trucks or whatever. Indy always has a great race, and especially like we've said, geez, it feels like since the first race we broadcasted at Indy, all we've been talking about when it comes to Indy and these A cars is the dirty air. But the dirty air here really puts on. It's bad for the drivers, but it's good for the racing. Luckily at the end we were able to see just the difference in tires and the difference they make, and how the drivers are able to deal with that, and how some drivers can do some pretty cool things on no tires or 2 tires, and but ultimately the 4-tire strategy call won the race. But just fantastic race all around, as always over here at SlideJawb on this Monday night series.
Yeah, heck of a race here from SlideJawb. We may not have seen a SlideJawb, but we've seen multiple passes around the outside for the lead at Indy. And you say you can't count many times on your hands that happens. It's a very rare thing. Also, we had a great points battle all the way up to the very end of the cutoff for the playoffs. Of course, next week we'll see how that all plays out with the drivers missing, of course. And, just really big shout out to all the drivers out there. Mm-hmm. Such a great lead to broadcast, and proud to be a part of it, really.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. We are thankful that they're letting us broadcast it and week in and week out, so we do appreciate that. But yeah, I second and third everything that you guys said. Great points battle all night, watching cars go up and down the field, watching the fast guys get into the back and then move back up through the field, coming down to we thought was going to be a fuel mileage, but SlideJawb Racing brings out the popcorn and says, nope, we're going to have green white checkers, because they like green, white checkers. That's just a joke, but every race set for 2 so far this season, it's all been green, white checkered. So these guys do not give up. They race hard. Doesn't matter if it's lap 5 or the last lap. They don't give up. So that's about all I have to say on that. But if you want to run through the final results here before we pack our stuff up and get ready to head to ISM next week with these guys here, Brian, the floor is yours.
Alrighty, well, tonight, your winner, the best replacement driver ever, Frank DiMaggio, in that 95 car, going to finish first. Behind him, Darren Cole in the 10 is going to be second. Matthew Chastain going to bring up the final position in the podium in his 75 car. William Almond going to finish behind him in 4th. Matthew Piscata in 5th. Paul Turner in 6th. Dylan Parker in 7th. Noah Mowry in 8th. Ed Burrell in 9th. Davey Hendricks is going to round out the top 10. Behind him, we've got Gavin Martin in 11th. Emmanuel Wolf in 12th. Nick Acquier in 13th. Joseph Madigan in 14th. Brian Dees 15th. Jade Bell 16th. Derek Newsom 17th. Corey Cook 18th. And Mike Berry is going to round out the field tonight in 19th.
All right, that's your unofficial results here tonight at SlideJawb Racing League. Here at Freaky Fest, our last but not least, we are going to talk about the sponsors real quick. We would like to say a shout out to SlideJawb Colonial Riders for sponsoring SlideJawb. They appreciate it. We appreciate them being on the board here and letting us help get their name out there. They're based out of Virginia. So if you're in that local area, look them up on Facebook. Link in the descriptions is on YouTube and Facebook to find them a little bit easier. Give them a follow and a like, and they do a lot of good things out there for the military and things like that with bike riding and Harley Davidson stuff. So it's really, really cool what they do. I also like to give a shout out to iPitting. Make sure you check out iPitting.com. As iPitting is a web tool designed for iRacing teams. It helps you create an iRacing series board for all your teammates. It provides all your teammates a clear version of every data they need, like schedule, results, championship points, standings. It's also a great help for your team community manager, which can use the tool known and share on social media of your team's achievements and things that you do for endurance racing or NASCAR, dirt, whatever you do on iRacing side. And not least here, Zach and Brian's show will be broadcasted now over on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play. Dirty Air Podcast for all your auto racing news and what happened in the NASCAR side of things of this past race that they just had at Dover. And they got a special guest, and they also talk about anything new coming out with iRacing or in iRacing in general, the Peak Series, some drivers, different leagues they talk about. So we're going to give them a big shout out. So please go check them out on all them platforms. And if you have anything else you want to add there, Brian or Zach, the floor is yours.
I'm gonna just please, if you ain't doing nothing on Wednesday nights at 9, and type in Dirty Air Podcast on the search bar on Facebook, and then we'll be there live. And if you can't catch it there, remember, like Robert said, you can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. We got some great weeks coming up, and some really cool guests. And the NASCAR playoffs are heating up, and also playoffs around, the motorsports world are heating up. Formula One. We also got the Peak playoffs coming this Thursday, where we're gonna probably on Wednesday we'll be picking our who we think's the favorite going into that race, and of course it's gonna be on NBCSN. So we're trying to promote that and get people to tune into that, to make the whole sport of esports of iRacing grow. And big things coming in the future. So if you ain't got nothing going on, please tune in. We would love to have you in our chat talking to us, and really become a part of the podcast too, because we love to interact with y'all. So,
amen.
Like I said, please check us out.
Quick thing on that Peak race. Normally they're Tuesday nights at 9. But we have known for a while it's going to be on Thursday. We didn't know if it was going to be 9 or 5, but it looks like it is going to be 5 p.m. on Thursday live on NBCSN. So a little bit early for a peak race, but prime time for NBCSN.
That, and they get it done right before the football starts, so they don't want to overlap into that. I'm sure. I mean, they look at all that general stuff too, population wise, and NBCSN knows all the time datas and viewers and whatever.
Yeah, and also it'll be on if you're looking at your guide or your TV local TV guide, it'll be NASCAR America. It won't say iRacing, peak racing or NASCAR racing. It'll say NASCAR America. So definitely check them guys out.
Yep. I definitely will be watching. I'll be watching our friend Ben Nelson out there, even though he didn't make the playoffs. This is the first year that he was in the Peak Series, so congratulations to him. And I'm sure it was a big learning experience, but Dirty Air Podcast did have a talk with him a couple episodes ago. So if you want to hear a little bit more from a Peak driver, go back and listen to that episode and see what he has to say about what he knows and with Dylan Sports and everything that he has done. But all right, well, we're going to get ready to sign off here. We will be live again Thursday night with Area 51, and then we come here at ISM here at SlideJawb Racing League. They will be doing their all-star race at ISM, so that's kind of a different format that normally you don't see the all-star race at ISM, but I'm sure it's going to be a fun race, and there's probably going to be no points on the line, and it's going to be beating and banging and going for the win, and I don't even know what kind of format. But until then, me and Zach and Brian like to say thank you for tuning in, and we wish you all the best the rest of the week, and God bless, and we love you all. Peace.
Later, fellers.
Everybody.